Philosophy is odious and obscure. Both law and physics are for petty wits. Divinity is basest of the three. Unpleasant, harsh, contemptible, and vile. 'Tis magic, magic that hath ravished me. Welcome, seekers. We are Vorpal Tales, and we perform terrifying tales and awesome adventures every day of the week, most days twice a day. If it's the mysteries of the dark and macabre that are your obsession, on Sundays we're playing our Unknown Armies campaign Burn, followed by Starlight and Smoke, our Vampire the Masquerade campaign on Mondays. Beginning next week, we're playing They Came From Beyond the Grave. On Thursdays, Alien the RPG, Acid and Ice. On Fridays, our Chronicle of Darkness, No Time for Reality. Later on Fridays, Ravenloft in 5th edition. On Saturdays, Simba Room on the Free League Twitch channel, Heirs to Darkness. And later on Saturdays, Werewolf the Apocalypse 20th Anniversary Edition. If it's the adventurous and fantastic to feed your hubris, on Tuesdays, we're playing Exalted Essence in support of the new Kickstarter on the Onyx Path Publishing Twitch channel, and on Wednesdays, Fallout Radioactive Summers. There are endless archives of occult secrets and lost knowledge at our website, vorpaltales.com, where you can see our calendar, get recaps of shows, and see our archive. You'll also find links to our social media, our Patreon, and our Ko-Fi. Visit it, and you'll find new enlightenment. Be sure to follow on Twitch, and then plunder our YouTube archives for the secrets of Atlantis at youtube.com/c/VorpalTales. Subscribe and hit the bell while you're there so you can be alerted of new legacies to be a part of. This weekend, special programming events June 11th through 13th. Onyx PathCon 2021, 3 days of panels and games. You can play too, just like us, if you sign up at the link that Ever will drop shortly. In the chat, you can catch us all over the place there, sometimes behind the scenes, but often in front of the camera, doing Pugmire Squeaks in the Deep. They came from Camp Murder Lake. They came from Classified. Scion, 2nd edition. Deviant the Renegades. Werewolf the Forsaken, Dark Eras. Mage of the Ascension, Technocracy Reloaded. Mage of the Ascension, Victorian Era. Mage of the Ascension, Rich Bastard's Guide to Magic. And Trinity Continuum Assassins. Come check them out. Special thanks to Astral Tabletop, which we use for our virtual gaming space. To Nate Mid for our custom Astral Tabletop character sheets. And music-wise, to Ghost Stories Incorporated, me, you, and Darren Curtis Music for some of the awesome things gracing our ears during this tale. All of these awesome people and products they make help us touch the supernal, if only for a few hours. Awakened Seekers, practitioners of the art, tell us who you are and the name of the character that will be your imago for this terrifying tale.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere, and tonight we'll be playing Angelique.
Hey everybody, my name is Ever. You can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever. My pronouns are they, them, and today I shall be playing Jack, whose primary sphere is spirit, and his pronouns are he, him.
Hello, I am Kisama. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama, and tonight I will be playing Juve, our detective, Moros, and Guardian of the Veil.
Hello, and I am Mare. You can find me at Oh Hello Mare here on Twitch and on Twitter. And tonight I will be playing Emma, who is our Oprimos Classics grad student, super into the spooky.
Hi everybody, my name is Alan, also known as Hexenkers. You can find me at the Eldritch_L. And today I will be playing Ezra, a Master Ghost of the Silver Ladder.
Excellent. And now in the same order. Between sessions, we did Magic Spellcasting 101 away from the audience, and all of our players now have their Praxis and Rotes selected. So let's go through the list and tell everyone what you chose.
Oh goodness. I chose Exceptional Luck, Divination, and Momentary Flux as my rotes. My praxis is No Nature.
So, the rotes that I picked are as follows. Deep in Shadows, which is under the sphere of death with 1 dot. Body Control, which is life, 2 dots. and Spirit Summons, which is obviously spirit at 3 dots. And my praxis are 2. Being able to summon demons / entities, and fully or partially reviving things.
So the rotes I have selected are Ghost Gate of the Death Arcanum, Craftsman Eye of Matter, and Tune In of Forces. And as a praxis, I picked Green Light, Red Light. So I am good at finding things and good at slipping away.
All right. And for me, for my rotes, I have a prime level 3 spell called Etheric Winds. I have a Matter 1 spell, Matter 1 rote for Lodestone, Matter 1 for Craftsman's Eye, and then my 2 praxes, I've got to enchant magic items and magical wards.
So for me, so as rotes, I have Mind 2 Psychic Domination, Mind 3 Enhanced Skills, and Mind 3 Goetic Summons. For praxes, I have Mental Scan, Incognito Presence, and No Nature.
Excellent. Now, the last thing we ran up on the time wall for last session was picking your legacies. Legacies are a way for you to join a secret society that may or may not be part of your order. And said secret society, you either access further knowledge through books called Demonomicons, or you find a mentor who teaches you, and they give you new ways for you to use rote skills and special new powers. Start with some, and then you use your XP to advance down the path. So, I had chosen 3 possibilities for each of you. We're going to jump straight to Alan because he actually picked one of the 3 without knowing there was even a list. So tell us about yours. At least the fluff bits.
I know not too much details because I want that to be revealed through gameplay. But the legacy that I have chosen is the Bearers of the Eternal Voice. Let's just say that they're really, really, really good at manipulating people.
Hold on while I fight with Adobe. Okay. Jumping to that page while it hunts. Okay, here we go. The prerequisites in 2nd edition are Mind 2, Life 1, Subterfuge 2, and at least 2 dots spent between Expression, Persuasion, and Socialize.
That's done.
Your initiation would have required be granted an individual a lie in a time frame and successfully managed to convince them of its truth without magic within the time frame. Ruling Arcanum is Mind, and you get some new yantras.
Yes.
Succeed on a subterfuge roll relevant to the spell for a +2. Engage in simple pointless misdirection, trickery, or lying, like, what's that behind you? Or spreading a fake rumor for +1. Build up a relationship of trust or belief between you and your target of the spell, +2. And new oblations. Going out among the crowd at some event or gathering and both observing and talking to people, doing a door-to-door or phone survey, and listening to charismatic speakers in person or on television, learning how they speak. And your first attainment is the secret language. We won't spoil what that is. You can mess with people.
But do we start with legacies? Oh, okay,
Yep.
nice.
You've all been mages long enough to get your order, your path, your legacy. You can come up with how you tripped over the legacy. Was it the person who inducted you into the order? Was there a Daemonomicon where you did your training? It's completely up to you.
All right.
Okay. The 3 I picked out for Rachel, this is in no particular order, it's just the order it's in my document. The Sisterhood of the Blessed, the People of the Hour, and the House of Ariadne. Let's start with the Sisterhood.
That is an awesome legacy. That's what I take when I play Acanthus, so you're going to have fun with that one.
Sisterhood of the Blessed requires you to either be an Acanthus or a member of the Silver Ladder. The prerequisites would be 2 dots in Fate, 2 dots in Subterfuge, and 2 dots minimum in Socialize, Empathy, or Expression. To be initiated, you would have had to prove your worth, both monetary, socially, and through your interest in achieving your goals using Subterfuge. The ruling magic is Fate, and the fluff is essentially not exactly a grifter, but you grift Fate so that you can become a member of the elite. You must look the part and play the part. You're blessed,
I kinda like that.
so you should live like it. You gotta have money, and you gotta have connections, and you gotta be good at talking. And very, very lucky. So, if you joined this, new yantras you would gain would be succeeding on a socially graceful roll relevant to the magic, casting a spell while in a position of privilege, gathering information about your target utilizing mundane resources, or gaining the confidence of your target, and they tell you secrets. Oblations would be extended and careful grooming, selecting and putting on fancy dress, and planning social events and networking. I'm going to read you the bits on all 3 before you pick one.
I really like this one, but yeah, tell me what the other ones are.
The House of Ariadne requires you to be Acanthus or a Seer of the Throne. The prerequisites are Time 2, Streetwise 2, and 2 dots among Athletics, Survival, and Socialize, and to be initiated, you must walk the city you're in until you can perceive it's not. The ruling magic is Time, and essentially, you learn how all the threads of a particular city work, both the mundane and magical ley lines, allowing you to pull on those threads to find exactly what you need anywhere in the city without knowing anything about it. It's like the magic of the city. It becomes sentient to you, and you can talk to it.
I really love that, like, as a concept. I don't think it quite fits with this character, because I'm envisioning her as kind of a nomad.
Kind of a what? Sorry.
Nomad.
Yes. And the other one wasn't in my document. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, now I know my my next character concept, because that's cool.
Hold on while I find your other one, because I forgot that wasn't in the document. There we are. People of the Hour. That would require you to, once again, be Acanthus, be a member of the Free Council, or be nameless. The background for this one is you desire not just to live in the moment, but to make today's moments better than yesterday's moments. That's every day, forever. Nothing else matters, though. Get a job, grow up, get married, have kids, retire, and die. Fuck that. You can do what you want the way you want, and it will always be more fun tomorrow than it was yesterday. No matter what gets in your way, or what the consequences are. So, ruling arcanum for this one is also Time. It requires you to have Time 2, Streetwise 2, and 2 dots divided between Socialize, Drive, Persuasion, Athletics, or Survival. To be initiated, you've got to typically be active in dangerous or daredevil-like occupations, but also be willing to be kind of like a Robin Hood, being active in charities, activist groups, or social clubs. And it gives you a lot of power over making the moment matter, I guess is the best way to put it. Making the moment work for you.
That's also really cool, but I think I'm gonna go with the first one.
Excellent.
And so, remind me what their name is?
Sisterhood of the Blessed.
Neat.
So, your new yantras I will put, and oblations I will put in Discord for you.
Thank you.
And your first attainment is Good Fortune, which is perpetual luck.
What is an attainment?
The special power you get for joining the legacy. Every time you level up the legacy through role-playing / spending arcane beats, you get the next power. There are 5 powers in total for each legacy.
Neat.
If only I could find you in my DMs, I would send it to you. Here we go. So, you'll see when I send these to you what it does, what it emulates, so that you can compare it to a rope. And then when it says optional arcanum, that basically means there's a secondary way you can use the power, which will emulate a different rope. Essentially, attainment is free roads.
Neat.
Yeah. It's not quite that, it's close. That's how I choose to interpret it in my brain. Next,
Very cool.
key. The Nighthawks, the Forge Masters, and the Masters of Destruction. Silly name, great order. Okay. Forge Masters. You must be a Morose or Adamantine Arrow or Free Council or the bad guys. Prerequisites are Prime 2, Matter 2, Craft 3. Do you even match those?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Strike that one from the list.
Yes. Masters of Destruction. You have to be Seers of the Throne or Morose. Requires you to have Death 2, Larceny 2, Stealth 2, and Crafts 2.
Larceny, I have none, but I can fix that. Stealth, I have 2, and I have nothing in crafts.
Okay.
I do have the death, though.
If you like this one, we can forego the crafts and just do Larceny and Stealth. So, initiation would be swearing an oath before your mentor of your devotion to destruction. This could be many things. Work for payment as a mercenary, a sacred undertaking, it doesn't really matter, but you must be dedicated to breaking things down and ending them. Swearing your oath also requires a physical act of destroying the profound destruction of something very important to you. Object or ideal, it doesn't matter. The ruling arcanum is death. New yantras you would gain would be succeeding on a larceny roll relevant to the spell, spending at least a scene observing your target and planning its destruction, physically destroying something relevant to the subject, destroying something of personal importance, and relishing in the act. And your new oblations would be repairing, servicing, or destroying any complex object or device. And the last one is Nighthawks. Actually, I don't think this one's an old one. 1 second. This is actually one of the new ones. Okay. Nighthawks are thieves of magical treasure and items. Your primary arcanums are prime and matter, with death being conjunctional. Let me actually pull this one up for you in the book. The name of the book is Night Horrors, Nameless and a Curse. This should be exciting. Okay. You must have... What's your matter at?
It would be at 1.
Okay. And what's your death at?
3.
What's your third? Or is that all you took?
I have forces and time, both at 1.
Okay. Oh, matter 1, time 1, forces 1. Okay. If you trade any one of those for prime, you would fit the legacy. I'll let you decide after you hear what you get. Also, academics or occult at 1. Either one, it doesn't matter. New yantras you would get are using thieves' tools, stealing or unearthing something relevant to the spell, successfully not being noticed by someone nearby, selling, trading, or giving away something with mystical power with the expectation whoever you sold it to is going to use it. And your new oblations would be carefully studying or excavating sites and objects from the distant past, engaging in a heist, robbery, or other clandestine effort when discovery is a real threat, actively using an artifact or other mystical object for at least an hour, attending or giving a lecture, lesson, or presentation about something ancient or well hidden.
Oh, I can work with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Was that on my list too, or?
No, nobody got doubled up.
Dang it. Okay. Might join your order, Key.
It is
Your
possible.
legacy.
You could abandon your legacy or start without one and then work with someone to enter theirs. That is entirely possible. Can't have two
So
at
what
once though
would I-
because they shape your soul. I'm gonna send you the. So basically, take any of your 1 dots and switch it to prime. It can't be matter. So timer forces. Doesn't matter which one to me.
This is a toughie. Oh.
While you do that, I'm gonna send you your cool stuff inside. Seeing them may help you choose. If I can find you in my side too. Ha! There's the new yantras and oblations, and here's your first attainment. Weird formatting, sorry. But you get the idea. Your second attainment, I'll show it to you, the one you'd buy when you level up. May help you decide also, is this. So with those themes in mind, I'd keep time, I think, for now, and buy forces later if it was me. A sense of timing seems to be key to this. Knowing when to get the fuck out or go in. That would be my advice. But while you figure that out, we're going to move on to Meredith, which are the Illumined Path, the Celestial Masters, and the Tamers of Fire.
Ooh.
The Illumined Path requires you to be Thyrsus. Or, that's weird. Requires you
I
to
was about
be
to say.
Thyrsus or Obermos. It's weird
Okay.
that it's 2 different paths. But anyways, prerequisites are Forces 2, Empathy 2, and 2 dots spent between Expression, Occult, and Socialize.
I am missing. I only have Forces 1, and I have no empathy.
Okay, we'll skip them. The idea
Okay.
for this one would have been helping others awaken and become enlightened.
Oh yeah.
Like an
No,
angel of magic.
We're good.
Whoops, helps if you spell makers correctly. Okay. Celestial Masters require you to be morose or Obermos. Forces 2 again, but we can always revisit that if we need to. Matter
Okay.
2, Academics 2, Science 2, and Occult 2.
Matter. I have 1 in matter. I have 3 academics. I have 2 in occult, and I have, what was the last one?
Science.
Science. I have nothing in science.
Okay.
I can
This
fix
one-
that.
This one is very specific. To
Uh-huh.
be initiated, you must travel to Portugal to visit the grave of Prince Henry, and then
Henry the Navigator.
and then craft your soul while discussing the philosophy of reaching for the stars. Yes, it's awesome. You knew that.
What?
That's really cool.
That's so sick.
Basically, it allows you to. The whole thing is about reaching into the supernal and into prime to be able to see things that other people can't. understand things other people can't, not just the stars, but everything beyond Earth. The first attainment is the ability to allow you to see into the aether, which lets you see infrared, ultraviolet, electromagnetic, kinetic, gravitational energy with your eyes. That's how it starts. And then it gets weird after that.
So this is how the Oracle of Delphi was born. Got it. Cool.
Probably, yeah. And then the last one is the Tamers of Fire, which is exactly what you think it is. Tamers of Fire requires you to be Overmost. You would have to up your forces for this one. We could discuss forces trading for Prime with the other one, but not this one. This one also needs Expression, Persuasion, and Socialize with 1 or 2 in any of those.
I
and
have that.
3 dots in Athletics.
Don't have that.
And it is exactly what it sounds like. You want to be the master of Fireball, this is how you do it.
Firebending. So this is how you become this is how you become a firebender.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's strange to swing by for a bit.
Okay. Close my door. I love you. Let's see. That second one is just weird enough to really tickle my pickle. Like that one's really like.
Also, you broke ever. Celestial Masters it is.
Yeah, that sounds super cool.
So, your forces is at 1, yes?
Forces are currently at
Okay.
1, Prime is at 3.
I'm okay letting you into the legacy as long as you find a way to give yourself a dot of science. Take it off of something else.
Okay. So,
Hard to be a navigator
just a
without
dot
some
of science.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll take it away from computer. Who needs computers, right? Am I right?
Exactly. Possibly could need those in this day and age. So,
I mean, but, everybody else, like, I've got Google. I'm good.
here are your new yantras and oblations. Oblations are just things you do constantly. And then yantras you would specifically use when casting a spell.
Okay.
And
I'm
then-
sorry, did you say I needed to up forces somehow as
Nope.
well?
I'm going to
Okay,
let you
so
substitute
forces
it
can
with
be
Prime.
I can substitute that with Prime. Perfect. Great.
A lot of these are fan-made conversions, so I'm very okay with us modifying them.
Mhm.
Because 2nd edition hasn't really gotten deeply into them yet. But there is a new book coming.
Ew, math. Oh, but cartography. Ooh.
And here is your first superpower.
Well, okay, that's big. Cool. Thank you.
And last but... Nope. Second to last, sorry, ever. Orphans of Proteus, Lords of the Inanimate, Keepers of the Covenant. We're going to start with the Orphans of Proteus, which requires you to be Thyrsus or Seers of the Throne. Must have Life 2, and 2 dots in either Animal Ken or Survival. Doesn't matter which. To be initiated, you must connect yourself with the primal energy of the world. Orphans of Proteus specializes heavily in shape-shifting. The ruling yantra is life. The ruling arcanum is life. And, yeah, it's essentially take animalism and Protean, mush them together, make it magic, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I have neither 2 dots in survival nor an animalkin. I only have 1. Which
Okay.
I can move.
We could
around,
fix
that's
if you
fine,
decide
but-
this one, right?
Yeah.
Lords of the Inanimate requires either Thyrsus or Silver Ladder. Must have Matter 2. I feel like you don't have Matter, do you?
I don't.
Okay. And the Keepers of the Covenant requires Fate. Do you have any dots in Fate?
I do not.
Okay. We could always fix that. That one also requires Persuasion and some dots in either Occult, Politics, or Empathy. Because that one's a lot
Which I have 2 in occult and
What's
1
your-
in empathy and 2 in
Persuasion? Okay. So basically, to be initiated in this one, you must resolve a dispute between the flesh and the fallen, which means a spirit and a person. Basically, it's a little more complex than that. It's very much you know how to talk to spirits and convince and sway them to your side.
Well, see, I like the concept of that one, so I'm surprised that forces is the sphere needed.
It's not forces, it's fate.
Oh, fate. Oh, Also
Or-
surprised.
What are your dots?
3 in spirit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
3 in spirit, 2 in life, and 1 in death.
I'm scanning through the powers to see why it is fate. Hold on a second. Because when you start hitting the high level powers, you get real deep into pacts and binding agreements. That's why it wants fate. And the penultimate power is a very powerful curse. What are your spheres again? Sorry. That I know you have spirit at 3. What are the other 2?
Life at 2 and death at 1.
I think I would let you into it as long as you spend XP to raise fate later. You're going to need it at least at 1 for some of this to work.
Could I move 1 from life into fate and just change my rote?
Yeah, that's fine too.
Okay.
It's cheaper than buying it later.
Alright, then that is what I shall do. And I shall decide if I want a rote in fate or a rote in life.
Okay. And here are your new yantras and oblations. And then your first power. Whoa. Yours came through as a text document, but there was a lot to yours.
Cool, I will give it a look.
Yeah, you won't necessarily need them tonight. Okay. Does anyone have any other questions about their characters before moving on? Or anything else that's still needed done? Oh, yeah.
I have a question.
Yes, go.
It says in the prerequisites that I need Mysterium status. Could I put that into one of my masks and be a double agent?
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, I don't actually care about that, but that's more fun. Let's do that.
All right. I'll work that in. And yeah, other than that, I'm swapping out forces for Prime, taking up a new rote because I did have a forces rote. And yeah, other than that, I'm good.
Okay. Anybody else?
I'm good.
Excellent. So, starting with the view I see on the overlay, not necessarily your announced view. I'm going to need names before we can do anything else. So, Ever, what name do you want on the overlay for your character?
Oh, geez. Okay, so,
Basically,
his name...
we should be doing shadow names for the overlay. But
Oh.
in Zoom, put both. So we can see them.
I did not pick a shadow name. I'm not really sure how that works.
It's a name that represents your magical nature. So for instance, in No Time for Reality, mine is Anki because my character summons the primal and the ancient. Narf's is superhero.
Kilowatt.
Kilowatt, because he's an electromancer that has a lightning gun.
I see that Alain's is Paimon?
Yes.
Paimon, yeah, one of the kings of hell.
Nice.
I will
Ooh,
come
Jack.
back. I'll come back to you while you think, and I'm going to go to Meredith.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of stuck. And we tell these out loud here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm kind of stuck either between like Oracle or Andromeda because of like this celestial seeing things thing going on.
I like
So-
Andromeda,
I like Andromeda. Okay.
because then everybody can call you Andy.
That works.
And then Paimon for Alan. Okay, what about Rachel?
I'm going with Angelique for my shadow name because why would you ever suspect her of being anything other than honest and giving and pure? And for her human names, I have 3 dots of alternate identity.
So who knows?
That like I sent you where she's got like a whole bunch of identity papers, all different names.
Mm-hmm. You can tell them your real name is whatever the hell you want to tell them. The party, I mean. The actual real true name, that's between you and me. If you even remember.
Oh. I'll have to think about it, but all of her identity paperwork, it's like Monica, Maria, and Barbara, and Inez, and it all correlates to California missions.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. And Key.
So I had initially picked Juve, which was a inspector in a, I want to say it was 1930s serial film of Phantomas.
Nice. But I feel like there's a
But
butt
now
coming.
I've got a question. Could
Yes.
I have 2 shadow names? One that I use in the Mysterium, one I use in the Guardians.
There is a merit for that. It's 1 dot for each extra, so yes, you can have it, and then you just have to remember you have an XP spent already when you get one. So which one do you want on the overlay? Or we can do both with a dash, with a hyphen.
Do Juve openly. That's the Mysterium name.
How do you spell that?
Juve.
Got it. And then back to Ever.
Yikes. I don't know why I have such a hard time picking this out versus picking out a mundane name. I see that face, Mare. I know.
Hey, with a name generator, homie, that's what I did.
Oh.
LeVay. Cheesy and direct.
It's a good one.
Well, he's not a Satanist though.
You could be. Oh,
Philip,
I was thinking
like
this-
Black Phillip from the Vavitch.
The witch.
The movie The Vavitch. Black Phillip.
Such a
They
good
just
movie.
pronounce it witch.
I mean, you could also go with Discordian names.
What are some Discordian names?
Malaclips the Younger.
Is there
Satanists like Xerxes and Xena a lot too. Pick your spelling.
what is the goat constellation?
Capricorn.
Yeah.
Caprice. Very suave name. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to lean into the goat theme, you could challenge all of creation and go with Baphomet.
That is a challenge.
Then you'd call him Baffy. No.
And yeah, LSI is correct. It's Capricorn. Cap. Your name's Cap. Or Corn.
I just clicked famous goats and I just Googled it.
Billy.
Billy, the most famous of the goats.
Wow. What'd you get for famous goats? I must know.
It took me to fandom.com and it took me to the Disney wiki, and there's a surprising number of goats in Disney movies, guys.
They're so cute and soft.
Gideon is the name of a goat. Gideon goat. I'm trying to think of another. Chimera was the name of a goat thing that.
Oh,
Chimera,
that
that's
would be
cool.
cool.
Chimera would be cool.
I do like that. That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let's. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh well, Chimera had, because it had like a bunch of different animals that are a part of it. It's like an amalgamation of a bunch of different creatures. It's kind of freaky.
If I could throw you a wild ball here, like a curveball here, all right?
A wild ball.
A wild ball.
It's spelled with
so,
a Y.
It's
W-Y-L-D.
Wild.
so
Like Nick
curved, it's
Wilde.
wild. All right. Chupacabra, the goat sucker.
No, we've already got
Cabra.
a Chupacabra, so
Well, even Cabra, like, could be cool.
Does anybody here speak another language? I know Alan does. What's different language words for adversary?
In French,
Any language.
adversary in French is adversaire.
Yeah, it's very similar in Spanish.
Yeah, it's similar to English, kind of. But honestly, Chimera, that's
Ooh.
pretty tight.
yeah, I like.
You like Chimera?
I think so.
Sold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, now I have to find out what adversary is in Latin because he's.
I think it's really close to English too. in Latin.
I looked up the word goat in Gaelic and it looks cool, but I know I'm gonna say it wrong because B's and H's don't make.
They make a kind of W or a V sound.
Yeah, but it looks cool. It's Gabhar, which looks like Gabber, but it's not.
Gawar.
Gower, yeah. But
You would be disappointed because it's adversarius in Latin or advertare.
Well, that's just ridiculous.
Because that's where it came from.
Yeah, I like Chimera.
Okay. Good, because I put that on the overlay the second someone said it. Okay.
whether you want to or not, there you go.
Oh,
I was still typing this over here. That's what I was doing.
that means now that you all have names I can refer to you by. Chimera. What's your Tuesday like? Because it is a Tuesday. It's October.
You definitely stole that from me from last night.
It's October in Boston.
Oh, October
So-
in Boston?
1,
Aw.
why are you here? 2, what are you doing today? 3, what are you doing at this moment? It's 11 a.m.
Because I'm there because Salem is in the same state as Boston. That's my jam right there.
Are
I'm
you
gonna be-
visiting or do you live here?
Ooh,
Remember, this campaign is modular. You will not be trapped in Boston.
let's be super cliche and my character was born in Salem, Massachusetts.
All right, I'm for it. So you're here for work probably then? Better jobs in the city than... I don't know, Salem's pretty big too, relatively speaking.
I decided to go visit some relatives because Halloween's kind of a big thing. We're all kind of witchy. It's just some of us are a little more inclined than others.
Okay. So what are you doing this particular day? What were your plans for the day? At 11 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Fucking coffee.
See,
You're doing what to coffee?
Oh,
Excuse me?
I
That
got a
sounds
wicked, I got a
painful.
wicked need for coffee. That's what it is.
so here's the key question then. And not the question for key, but the key question.
That's all.
We are literal puns.
Are you taking the subway, a taxi, or are you a maniac and you're going to try to drive for coffee?
Since it is in Boston and I'm staying with family, I would probably just walk to the coffee shop.
The good one The one that your aunt always tells you to go to. It's like a mile and a half away. It's like 15 city blocks. No, it's 15 city streets, not blocks. Wow. 15 city blocks would be like 15 miles.
Spank My Betty brings up a very good point. There's a Dunkin' on
10
every
city
corner.
blocks would be a mile. So actually, yeah, I guess it would be 15, wouldn't it? There is a Dunkin' on every corner. That's why you're not going there. You're going to the good place.
Oh, that one mom and
The
pop
nearest
shop
large
that
Marge's
does all the
donut
great
bar.
flavors.
The nearest large is 15 blocks away.
That's fair. That's fair. I got a wicked love for Large Marge. I'll take a cab.
Okay. Same questions, Andromeda. Why are you in Boston? What were your plans for the day, and what are you doing right now at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday?
There is a major exhibit in one of the museums that's there, and I am doing my nerdy grad student thing of checking that thing out, aka trying to see what sort of like supernal goodness came along with the ancient stuff. Yeah, as after having pulled an all-nighter typing up all sorts of different things the way that I do because I hunt and peck and I don't use typing like this and it takes forever, I am going to grab a coffee, but I'm not going to use a Dunkin' because that's so basic. I'm not basic. So we're going to find the most like vibey coffee shop that we can.
Paimon, same questions.
So for me, I am on Silver Ladder Business. So I have one status, so they basically use me as an errand boy for the moment. So I'm delivering files from one place to another for Silver Ladder Business. My plan for the day was that, but I've stopped for a coffee at a small coffee shop.
Angelique.
So, Angelique has only been awakened for about a month, so she is still very new to all of this. She abused her new power, a little too much out on the West Coast. And, she had to hop the first plane, leaving LAX, didn't care where, just happened to be in Boston. She's like, all right, other side of the continent, that seems safe enough. And now she is getting some coffee and trying to figure out what her next move should be.
And Juve.
A lot of coffee today. What time of the day was it?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.? All right. So, Juve lives in Boston currently. He's part of the force, but he does not care for his job anymore. So, despite it being like 3 hours late, he's getting up now and getting coffee before he heads in. Gotta pay bills somehow.
It's true. Okay, so since apparently you're all getting coffee, you're all going to be at Large March's Donut Barn, except for Chimera, who is on the way to Large March's Donut Barn. Goddamn traffic. However, I do need to know so everyone can relate what your physical appearances are, starting with Chimera, and you're not allowed to look like Wahlberg, Affleck, or David.
It's a good thing I didn't plan on that. He actually
Or Gina Davis. Also
Dang
from
it.
Boston.
A male Gina Davis.
Ooh,
No.
that's a vibe.
He's actually goth. He's goth. Like
Skull Goth, I assume.
more like
Baffy Goth.
what?
Baphomet Goth, called Baffy Goths.
I must look this up before I declare that. Or Rachel, goth expert, please explain.
That one I actually don't know. I haven't heard that before. It might be a regional thing.
So it's like a vampire goth, but hardcore into the Satanist look. So less fangs, more red eye contacts. Yeah, take a vampire goth and turn it into a cultist.
He's not a contact wearer, but he's got this black goth jacket with all the buckles and stuff, kind of like your Asimite for vampire, but more like edging on feminine.
Okay.
So like he's got very delicate movements and is very deliberate with how he moves his hands and whatnot. His hair is full of like this greasy looking product, but it keeps it in place as if, a category 5 hurricane came along, it wouldn't budge. And contrary to the goth aesthetic he's got going on, he has bright blue eyes. Oh no, I lied. I'll take that back. He's got green eyes. Yeah.
Bright green eyes, like the intense green.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Oh, and he does have black skinny jeans on and black Converse, which I may or may not be wearing right now. But like they're high tops. They're not ankle. And a couple chains here and there, wallet chain and a couple chains decorating the jacket. Fingernails painted black.
Important question. Expression-wise, are you a fuck you goth, and I hate you goth, or an I'm above you goth? Or, I guess, other, but those are the only three that really apply.
Can I be an indifferent goth?
Yes, that would be a fuck you goth.
Oh, okay.
Why are you talking to me? I don't care about you.
Yeah, that'll
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. Andromeda, physical stats and appearance.
Let me unmute myself. So Andromeda is kind of got that. There's this fine line, right? There's like crunchy granola boho, but then there's also like dances in a field with fairies cottagecore, and so somewhere in between there's like star child, like everything on her is like moons and kind of like star themed with like purples and blues, like this mystical sort of thing, or at least that's what she's going for. And it usually is like, everything came from Etsy or was, properly sourced. And she has a different purpose for every little crystal that she's wearing. Her hair is usually, kind of either tied back or has some sort of artsy braid. It's like dark, we'll go with dark brown hair because, hey, some dark brown hair. She has glasses and like a big beaten up messenger bag that's got like little odd, pins on it from different places that she's been, different puns, like with the buttons, like little classic jokes, kind of like imagine Claire's, but made for people who believe they came from Star Stuff. That's the vibe.
Important question. If someone walked up to you and said, I like your citrines, but why are you wearing a stone associated with negativity? How do you react?
Like sometimes you need a challenge.
Well, your character would know that citrine is positivity and they're a moron. Yeah. So how would you deal with that, this person?
Just kind of like, oh dear, here, pulls out a pamphlet with some actual knowledge about, it's like, let me give you a few recommendations from some proper sources, dear.
Did you make the pamphlet?
Yes, it's actually part of my dissertation. Thank you.
Is it on 100% biodegradable paper that you can stick in your compost pile?
Yes, it was. In fact, if you take the pages when you're done with the journal and you bury each page individually, it has wildflower seeds in it, and so
amazing.
each of them will grow wherever you plant them. Mhm.
And Paimon, same questions for the appearance.
So appearance-wise, he's bald, of course. He's wearing a very expensive suit with a pink shirt and very, very nice shoes and glasses. What you see, what you get.
And what would you do if that guy in front of you that's got the $2,000 suit on and the $500 shoes left a 10% tip for the waitress, but then forgot to pick up his credit card when he left?
Well, that credit card is now mine.
What would you do with it? It's an American Express. It's
On
not
the needs
black.
of the moment.
It's not black, but it's one of those blue, dark blue ones.
Oh wow! Everything, well, like Key said, bills need to be paid.
And Angelique, same question about appearance.
Angelique usually likes to convey a very well put together, yeah, I'm doing pretty well for myself. Today, though, she's a little bit rumpled. Her hair shows signs of, having been dyed within the last 48 hours. She hasn't changed since getting off the airplane. There's a, overnight duffel bag at the table right next to her. She's, got like a phone out and then a tablet out and like a newspaper just sort of spread out on her coffee table.
And what would you do if you asked for chocolate mocha not chocolate, soy latte triple pump, but instead you got caramel single pump?
These people, they're just working stiffs. This is a hard job. I would very politely ask them to remake it.
All right, and Juve, appearance.
Okay. So he has gray turning white hair hanging down to like around here, around his head. It hasn't been cut in like years. Wears a pleather jacket he got like in the early 2000s. Got a button-up shirt that's unbuttoned, 2 buttons down, and a tie very loosely tied around his neck. All just dress code stuff. And he's got a pair of jeans that he bought 5 years ago because his previous pair just fell apart. His nose is crooked to the point where it looks like it is actively broken, but it's just been broken a couple times. And he's got big old bags under his eyes.
What would you do if you were just minding your business trying to walk through the place and someone not hit you, but rammed into you and their coffee went all over you and they got mad at you about it?
Juve would threaten to arrest the person on grounds of like aggravated assault.
Okay. So, inside the large marges, there's probably 20 or 30 people, including the party, the soon-to-be party anyways. It's not bumping, and this place could probably hold 50 or 60. This is still decent for this time of day, just a city. Most of the people that are in here are either second shifters or they're using the Wi-Fi. So, what happens is, Chimera you're on your way, and you're not hustling, but you're the last one to walk in. You're not hustling because you don't have a reason to, but you're not quite there yet. You're just getting dropped off, you're settling the bill with the taxi driver. Dramata, you're already in there. You realized that they swapped your coffee with some other person's, and you're going to deal with it, and you notice this other person, who is Angelique, is the person who has your other coffee and is already asking him to fix it. But it looks like that dude's about to give her attitude, even though she's being nice to him. But that never really gets time to play out, because you see what is clearly a stereotype grizzled 5 days from retirement cop come in. Police detective, might as well be Morgan Freeman. And he's walking over to the counter, not paying attention to where he's going at all. And Angelique's character bumps into him, and Angelique's coffee goes all over him. And on reflex, she's like, dude! Because in your case, Angelique, he wasn't looking where he was going. He's a million miles away. He's got the 5,000-yard stare. However, as you both go down, you both notice, because as coffee goes flying everywhere and you all jump back and look around, the two of you, just at the right moment to see Paimon's character swipe a credit card off another table. And the scene is yours! You're not quite there yet, Chimera.
So is your guy in uniform right now?
Not a police uniform, but like very casually.
If there's a
Casually
cologne
dressed
called
for an office.
You Did Detective, he's wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think after her initial outburst, Angelique is gonna be like, "Oh shit, law enforcement!" Like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, dude. Are you okay?"
Remember what you said you'd do.
Sorry. They just apologized. How the situation's changed.
You're allowed to change your action.
I was this fucking close. This is not the morning for this. I swear to God. Just watch where you're going next time.
Yeah, totally. Very sorry. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Angelique will slink away with her wrong drink, which that's a little upsetting, but also she doesn't want to give this guy's attention more than she has to.
You do kind of want to laugh though, because he's clearly a native, and he's like, "I swear to God."
Well, Andromeda sort of would start to follow Angelique. Wait. I think we ended up getting our drinks swapped. We should at least get back in line so that we can get this sorted out.
I mean, do you just want to trade? I only took a sip off of this one.
Was it Angelique's drink that went all over the cop, or was
Yep.
it the cop's drink? Okay, so
Cop didn't have one yet. Now he's wearing one.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't seem like too good of a business deal. But let's just go up and get him. Let's just go up and get it fixed. Like, what was it that you ordered? I'll handle this.
Oh, Angelique probably would have ordered large, big 20-ounce coffee with a couple extra espresso shots.
So a red eye, cool.
Yeah.
And now to
Ready.
learn about mages. Andromeda, what's your
Uh-huh.
nimbus? What is your long-term nimbus?
Oh, my nimbus. Yeah. So my nimbus.
Long-term in this case, not immediate.
Yeah, so my long-term nimbus is this intoxicating religious revelry, this excitement, that ecstasy of religious sanctimonium.
You know that revival tent music?
Mm-hmm.
That really gets you going?
I know that. I grew up down here. Yeah.
You start hearing that in the back of the head when you get close to Angelique and Juve. What's your nimbus, Juve?
So my long-term nimbus is cop and detective tropes occur around me.
You notice the guy who picked up the credit card, you're like, yeah, that guy. And you see flashes in your head of Danny Ocean, but from the original movie, not the newer ones. And when you look at Angelique, you see the same thing, but it's Debbie Ocean. But because you see tropes, she's also trying, I was just minding my business when the dame came into my office and ruined my day. And when you look at Andromeda, you see the innocent kid about to get kidnapped by the supervillain slasher. Angelique,
You hear
what's your
the
nimbus?
the saxophone in the background.
Yes.
So my
I'm adding that
Nimbus-
to my Nimbus, the saxophone. in
You hear the
distance.
noir saxophone, like
Right. Like that Law and Order style.
dun,
like-
dun,
And there's a
dun,
whiff
dun,
of
dun,
there's a whiff of
dun.
cigar smoke in the air for you too, Key.
So as far as my Nimbus, right now I have down probability goes haywire, especially when it's revolving around things like gambling, odds, and etc. Having watched your character on the Friday game, could I also add in people feel compelled to take risks? Or not
Yes.
compelled, but like an urge to take risks.
Yes, I strongly approve, especially on the immediate Nimbus. Be stronger, I mean.
But this is the long term that we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around these three, because I'm counting Paimon in here. You spilled your coffee on a cop. That was your first clue. Your second clue is when this really nice lady's like, "I'll take care of our orders for us." Then she drops her purse and everything goes flying everywhere. There's a lot of crystals in that purse. So like it's a mess. And then the guy that swiped the credit card, he kind of chuckles, but then he drops his phone and cracks the screen, and you're like, "Huh." And Paimon, what's your Nimbus?
The longer one?
Yes.
Man, this is gonna be fun. People hallucinate their demons.
What?
So yours is easy then. When you look at the three of them and you superimpose demonic visages across them, across Andromeda, it's I don't even have the names memorized anymore. But across Andromeda, it's the one that brings you divine secrets of the universe. Across Angelique, it's trickster demon, and across Juve, it's warrior demon.
Huh.
These are your nimbuses kicking in, telling you these other people are supernatural, probably mages.
Mhm.
That's how it works. Peripheral
Mhm.
mage sight fits your nimbus.
Well, that's interesting.
Peripheral only tells you that they're supernatural, nothing more, nothing less. With no context.
Would I be within muttering range of Angelique?
Absolutely.
Hey. You think you can, maybe clean this up?
Sure. Grab some napkins and hand them over.
These shitty coffee
Yeah.
place napkins too. Like one touch and it's saturated and falls apart. It's like you need like 50 of them to get one spot.
Takes the napkins. No, you're not like that. Never mind.
Make a expression plus manipulation roll, Key.
All right. Here we go. This isn't gonna end well for me. Okay.
And
That
so
is a
we
chance die.
Oh no!
Could I use subterfuge for 2 days?
Yes.
Okay, lovely.
Also, Paimon, until we figure out your sheet, you can just click the attribute and then add bonus dice to make up the skill. Up at the top right. No successes for Juve, but not a chance die, so it's not a crit failure. Yeah, you have no idea he's trying to say fix it with magic, Angelique. Just a dick cop. I want you to wipe his suit off.
So with all the nimbuses flying around, do we sort of figure out that each other are mages, or is it just
Supernatural.
Okay.
You know that they're supernatural, but not necessarily a mage. However, I
Okay.
mean, you probably don't know about a lot of other supernaturals, and even if you did, it's not vampires, it's 11 in the morning.
Okay. Angela just sort of grumbles to herself.
I have a question.
Yes.
So with my seeing things, right? Do any of these things with like that unveiled sight, like attainments, they can just happen, right? That's like do I have to roll for that or like?
Attainments typically work like rotes.
Mhm.
I usually don't make people roll for first rank rotes, but if
Mhm.
you were being by the book, yeah, you'd roll it like a rote. But you'd
Okay. I'm just sitting here trying to like, I guess because mage sight is would be just that thing. If we did
your
that.
your attainment is a different way to use mage sight, but yes, it's
Mhm.
it's a extension of that. However, your attainment is a way to focus mage sight through a specific sphere. That's different than
Okay.
just sensing the supernatural. You can all
Gotcha. This one is going further and beyond. Oh, gotcha. Because it's seeing past that. Okay, all right. I'm just making sure I understand things correctly.
You also can focus on your mage sight and go from peripheral to active, and then it filters through your primary arcanum. And then you can go from active to delving deeply if you want.
I know that Andromeda at this point is just, after all of her crystals fell out onto the ground.
Yes, they did.
Immediately just kind of starts making her way down and just like examining them, making sure that they're okay, and just glancing up at the others, and definitely is like, oh, like is sitting there thinking, especially with the luck and chance thing and a coffee shop, because she read a graphic novel once, and it just for some reason Faye and coffee shops really like, she's not about it. She's like, oh God, why this one? All right. And
if this was
like,
Harry Dresden, this is a bad start, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So she's just kind of sitting there trying to like get her stuff together, and she's like, I'll grab you a coffee. Don't worry. I'll get it refilled. And she's just trying to get her stuff back in her bag.
What about you, Paimon?
He's gonna do his best to like palm the credit card back into his like suit, and he's gonna give the lady that's picking up her crystals, because he doesn't know her name yet.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna help her.
Thank you.
Oh, are you okay, love? Let me give you a hand.
Oh, thank you so much. Just be careful with that one. That one's a little fragile. It really shouldn't have been in the bag. I'm so sorry.
All right. Here you go.
Yeah. Oh, my black tourmaline broke. Oh gosh. Okay, great.
Juve would be eyeing Paimon to make sure he's not stealing anything.
Okay.
Just like out of the corner of his eye, just like.
I won't make you roll because he said he's not.
He's being legit now.
In this moment.
For now.
That's just called a long con. That's all that is. Chimera. You reach for the door, and what's your nimbus? Your long-term nimbus?
My long-term nimbus is somewhere on my sheet. That's exactly where it is. So much sheet, so little time. Feeling intoxicated or smelling forest dirt.
You go to grab the door, and your hand stops just short of the handle when you glance up through the glass and see the four of them in a hot mess pile, trying to fit, like coffee spilled on the floor. Two of them are chasing crystals flying across the floor. This one chick is looking at this, obviously, this cop like, God, please don't arrest me. And you're overwhelmed with the smell of deep forest moss. It's like way stronger than you would normally get for forest ground.
I did not need coffee that badly today.
But then, what are your two primary arcanum?
Spirit. And, well, now the other three that I have are equal, so...
No, the two primary are the ones that come with Thyrsus, which is Spirit and...
Spirit and Life.
Life, yeah. Yes, thank you. How would we translate life? Spirit activates in that feeling you would get if you were walking into a wildly haunted house, or like a graveyard that's 500 years old and full of rich history, even if it's not haunted. That sensation you get of age and death and decay overwhelms you. But it's also mingled with that energy you would experience like right when you're falling asleep and you're crossing over and that sometimes you jolt awake when you actually realize the sensation, because most times we ignore it. We just accept it. But when you think about it, it makes you wake up. That hits you as well. And it's not coming from inside the building. It's coming from down the alley to your left.
What was down the alley to my left?
You're not looking that way, but that's where the sensations are coming from.
I go that way.
You don't grab the door. You turn and look to the left down the alley. So you actually go in the alley?
I peek in the alley. I
Okay.
don't want to go in it just in case.
It's wide enough that you could walk in without turning sideways, but that's it. Your shoulders might be bumping the sides. It's like a narrow alley, right? But then it widens out because the false fronts are really close together, but the actual building sides are farther apart, so it widens out into a proper alley, and then it leads to the back parking lot behind the buildings, where the employees would park. Right at the very end where it's flaring out and not quite meeting the back alley, you don't see anything right away, but then there's a trash can there, and the usual detritus that you would see in a city alley. The detritus goes flying in the air for no reason because it's not windy. Just like goes flying everywhere. And then the trash can collapses from the side at a really weird angle. Like a large round ball hit it suddenly from the side and instantly crushed it. And then, this is you in your own head. Swear to God, it's the energy ball from Terminator. You know, when Schwarzenegger appears naked. Like, that's what it looks like to your character.
I think I'll go back to the coffee, maybe. Fuck.
And the ball just like appears out of nowhere with little arcs flying off of it hitting the wall nearby, but you don't see anything inside of it because it's opaque. Clearly no one else is noticing this but you.
That doesn't look... Fuck. I go... I study it for a minute, and then I decide that this might be something I cannot handle on my own. So I go back to the coffee shop to talk to all of the kerfuffled mages inside.
Those randos are probably safer than that, whatever that is. And then the ball disappears, but it's not a naked dude in a weird crouched position where you can't quite see his junk. That's not what comes out of the ball. The thing that comes out of the ball is standing upright and already moving, and it's looking you right in the eyes like it knew you would be there, moving towards you. And I say, the thing, because that's not a person. What you see is, oops, hold on. Click the button too much. Come back to me. What you see is an enormous bipedal thing, maybe 9 feet tall, with extra limbs. It's got 6 limbs instead of 4. And, the limbs are like jointed I-beams, and the hands are metal. The right arm, the lower right arm, is an industrial nail gun, but because the thing is so massive, the nails are the size of railroad spikes. Rust is flaking from the surface of it, like the metal is flaking, and you can see electric arcs racing across the body, and like what's left of the trash can is hovering in the air like it's magnetic.
What in Satan's name is going on?
And then you hear 3 more of those same noises when the ball appeared, coming from other places around the coffee shop.
Shit.
And that's where we go to break. We're going to take our 10-minute break before we roll initiative. Don't go anywhere, audience. We'll be back in 10. And we've returned. Just in time to roll initiative. Roll it. Single D10 plus your modifier.
Yeah. If you don't know your modifier, I believe it's Dex and Composure.
And we just click the initiative roll button.
Should work, yes. Let's find out.
I got 7 for my initiative.
That's a button?
That's a button.
That's the double down
Oh.
arrow on your action bar.
Wow.
You learned something new and amazing.
So 1d10 plus 5.
It should be totaling it for you. Let's see.
Oh yeah, because it would be Dex and Composure, you said,
Yep.
right? Cool. Yeah, that works.
All right.
Neat, I rolled a 10.
Chimera, what'd you get?
I put it in the chat. It rolled a 2, but plus my 5 initiative modifier is a 7. I'm a high roller.
And Andromeda.
I rolled mine. Oh, I think it's in there as her other name, but yeah, I rolled an 8. Let me go ahead and change that in here now that I know what she's called.
Angelique.
16, and if I recall correctly, 10s do not explode on initiative.
Correct. Paimon.
Oh, 13.
And Juve.
I got an 11.
I'm just seeing if it changed my name on here real quick. No, it still has the old name. I'll fix that. But yeah, no, the first roll I had was an 8.
Okay.
There we go.
I was missing somebody. All right.
Oh, do I get to?
Yep, the order did change.
Do I get to roleplay out that alerting the other mages about the demons?
Nope, they did not give you time.
Mm.
You can
Oh.
still do that action on your turn, though.
Oh, okay.
But you're last, so.
Damn it.
Doesn't mean they'll notice right away, though. Depends on what happens. Fix the cameras. I moved something. There we go. Now we're good. Angelique, you're first, but you don't know anything's happening yet. Your peripheral mage sight is active, and you assume it's because of these people. You don't realize there's more happening just yet.
I'm definitely paying attention to the cop.
Is there
Cop
anything
is starting
special
to
you
get
want to do, or
impatient
just...
About the coffee.
I'm sorry?
Is there anything special you want to do about the cop?
Well, so I would like to make myself a little luckier right now.
Okay.
So I'm looking at my rotes. I have the exceptional luck rote.
Okay. Well, let's do it.
Alright, so I have never cast a spell in this system.
Oh, right, the link.
Yes. So, you can all follow along if you want so you can see how this works. I put it in Discord. Whoops. Put it in the wrong Discord. That's not useful. Here we go. So, in your case, Angelique, set your gnosis to what it should be. It's a slider, you can pull it.
Okay, waiting for it to load. Alright. Okay, my gnosis is 1.
And then set fate for the arcanum. And then set the arcanum level to your total dots in death. Alright, fate, not death.
Oh, wait, no, okay, this one. Huh? Okay.
And then
yes, it is my highest arcanum, and it is one of my ruling arcana.
you have no active spells. Now we can go to the spell column. Required would be the level of the rote, whatever dot level it is.
It's 2.
Primary factor is your choice. Duration or potency. Strength or lasting.
So it says in the rules write-up potency.
Okay, leave that how it is, and mark the spell is a rote. You don't need the last 2 unless you're going to spend willpower. You don't have any special artifacts or anything yet.
Yeah.
And it is going to be resisted, because he's another mage. So check that. And hit next.
Okay, where is next? There's next.
Now, how many dots do you have in Fate?
3.
What level's the rope?
2.
So you get 2 free reaches. Potency you can leave on standard or move to advanced.
Wow.
That's a reach.
Okay.
So probably what's going to happen, sorry for just like cutting in, probably what's going to happen if you don't put the withstand rating, you're going to have a problem at the end.
Yeah, because he's
Okay.
resisting it, you want to reach on potency. It makes it harder for him to
Alright.
resist.
Yeah, so it's the mage's job to think of how much potency he wants to put in. Because he's not going to tell you the withstand rating. So you need to go like, okay, how much potency do I want to go with this?
Okay. Alright, so I will put that in potency. So what should I click?
You can move to potency 2 on the advanced chart with no penalty, so I would do that.
Okay.
And then for casting time and duration, you get one more. So casting time, duration, and scale, you get one more free reach. Scale doesn't seem to be a problem in this one. You're right next to him, so you don't need range because you can touch him. So casting time or duration is what I would do. Obviously, in this case, you don't want to cast the spell as a ritual, so you should probably do the advanced casting time for 1 turn.
Yes. Yes, I will do that.
Okay. Duration. Or wait, no. I don't even know why I'm saying touch him. Wait, you're trying to make his luck worse or yours better?
Could I do both or do I have to pick?
One or the other.
Alright. I'm gonna try and make mine better.
Or you could do both and risk paradox by adding scale with an overreach and making it 2
Kick
targets.
the tires. Let's do
Alright.
that.
So, well, okay, you could do it one of 2 ways. You could either overreach and not lose dice from your dice pool, or you could lose 2 dice from your dice pool and just make it hit 2 targets, yourself and him.
It sounds like that's the same thing.
Except that doing it with overreach risks paradox, but you don't lose any dice from your pool. Plus,
I'll risk paradox. That sounds like fun.
okay, so go to advanced on scale and click 5.
Oh, neat.
And that last but not least, it's only going to last 1 turn unless you move down the standard chart by losing dice or do 2 overreaches.
Oh, so what am I rolling?
Your base pool for this, because it's a rote, is going to be the rote skill plus your gnosis plus your ranks in fate.
Okay. Let's go for a scene.
Okay. So click that, and hit next again. And then add a yantra. How much gnosis do you have?
1.
So you can have, I think it defaults to 2, right, Alan? I don't want to have to pull that up.
That's what it's saying.
What's going to happen is she should already have a yantra showing up. You can delete it because there's a problem with the website. You're using a rote, so if you click on add yantra, you'll have the skill that's going to be equal to your actual skill.
Right.
You click to add yantra.
But
Okay.
what's the maximum number you can add at one gnosis? I don't remember, and I don't want to pull the
it
page
says-
up.
I think it's only one yantra.
Okay.
It says 2 because it tells you right here.
Oh, gnosis 1 allows the use of 2 yantras. Handy.
Ah, see,
Yes.
that's great.
You using one for the rote, and then pick one for the other. You can't be location, demesne, or verge, because none of those apply. It could be concentration, but if you get hit at all, you lose the spell. Could be high speech. There's humans in here. They'll have a consequence. And then you start moving down to tools. You could also use a yantra from your legacy if you think any apply.
So I've got. Let me double check. Yes, I have some enchanted dice. Would those count as a path tool?
If fate is your primary tool, or your primary path that you are dedicated to, yes.
Okay, yes.
So then, and actually, those would be, path tools. So click that. And then it is also your dedicated tool, so click the little box.
Okay.
And then after you set the skill rank, which, the way that Alan said to do for the, because it's a rote.
Yes. So how do I set skill rank?
Yeah, where did that go?
It should already be there. Because on the first page, it asks you when it's a rote, what's the rote skill? On the first page.
Did not ask me that. I might have missed it.
Oh,
but it
yeah.
does say.
Yeah, when you
Okay.
toggle this spell or rote, it pops up with a slider. You can click back to it at the very top where it says click the spell overview, and it'll take you back to page 1.
Aha. All right. Here we are. So what is my rote skill?
What's it say for the rote? It usually tells you.
It says intimidation, occult, or socialize.
Pick the best one.
Which one is my best? Socialize. Oh goodness. Okay.
And then just hit next again, and it won't change anything you already added when you go back.
All right. Occult. I have 2.
So
I
set
will
the
do
slider
that.
to 2. Yep.
There we go.
And then hit next twice to get back to where we were. Make sure your other yantra looks good and it still says rote skill.
Yes, it does.
Hit next. Paradox. You're not inured to the spell. You haven't done any other paradox rolls in this fight. There are sleeper witnesses.
Okay.
And a few is the number you want. And you did use a dedicated tool. Now, it
Yes.
should tell you at the bottom how many dice paradox you're risking.
It says chance die.
So you could spend 1 mana point to get none. I would risk it for 1 personally. 1's not bad.
Okay.
Hit next again. And it's going to give you your dice pool for the paradox roll. It's a chance die with the 9 again quality. So just roll 1 die and tell me if you get a 9 or a 10. 8, 9, or 10.
Alright, clicking over to Astral. I rolled a 2.
No paradox on this spell. And then now you can actually roll the spell, which will say on that same page, it'll tell you your dice pool.
It says 6.
Yep. And the spell rolls are the same as any roll in Chronicles. 1 success is all you need. 5 is critical.
If the rote skill is actually a skill that's tied to your order, you get a +1 dice.
Yeah, you would have had the order would have set rote skills for you too, way back in the first session, the beginning of the first session. What was your order again?
I am a campus. I believe my
Or no,
skills are
that's your path. What was your order? Like Adamantine Arrow?
order.
Or
Free Council.
Free Council. Ah. Free Council. Let's see if this tells me. If we have to dig for it. Nope, it does not. Hold on one second. Spelled council wrong, now it's searching for the wrong thing.
Oh no.
Free Council order rote skills are crafts, persuasion, and science.
So no.
Okay.
Not in this case.
Alright, so I'm just rolling 6
dice. Difficulty 8,
Okay.
standard roll.
Alright, thank you both for all of your help. Sorry to take up so much time.
Nope, I want it to the first few times because then everyone will be used to it.
Wow.
Oh no,
Wow.
that wasn't a good wow.
I rolled an 8 and 2 1s.
That's
Oh.
1 success. Ones do not
Oh.
take away in Chronicles.
Oh,
Yeah,
yay.
Ones only matter if you
Ooh.
fail because then it makes it a botch. Or no,
Okay.
in Chronicles you have to choose to botch. Never mind.
I would not like to botch on this one.
Yeah, no. You did not botch or fail. You succeeded. So, you get the effect the rope says.
Okay.
Positive for you, negative for Key.
Alright. So. The spell bestows a boon or inflicts a hex on the subject, and then it's directing me to. You can withstand a hex with composure.
Yep.
Oh, looks like I get to pick. Let's see, I don't want to impose a tilt because that's just a little too mean. So I think as the hex impose a dice penalty equal to potency to all mundane actions the subject takes for a number of rolls equal to the potency of the hex.
So your potency's 2.
How is it 2?
Because when we got to the advanced chart, you were able to pick 2 for free without a dice penalty.
Oh, right. Neat. Okay.
Yep.
So that is the penalty I'm imposing, and on myself, I will get the 9 again quality on a number of mundane dice rolls equal to potency.
Nice. Okay. 9 again on 2 rolls for you, and then -2 to lots for him. Got it.
Sorry, Key.
It's okay. I didn't want to do anything mundane anyway.
And then it's Nail Guy's turn. You'll be fine, Chimera. You'll be fine. You actually hear that they are communicating with each other. Like, they have some kind of supernatural effect happening. Because when he talks, you can hear other voices, like, around him in the air. Because you're in close proximity. And it's a female voice saying, "What the fuck?" And another female voice says, "Our covers are gone. What the hell happened?" And then he says, "It's time travel. What the fuck do you think happened? Those covers don't exist here." And then you hear another male voice say, "Nothing changes. Kill them all. Or everything breaks." And then he starts shooting nails at you.
Can I use a reflexive action to dodge?
We'll see. He might not hit. Okay. You may in fact roll defense. Dice pool equal to your defense rating, which should be on your Astral sheet, but if not, it's definitely on the PDF.
Oh, it is. Yeah, my defense is 3, so... A 9 and a 10.
There we go.
Oh, do 10s blow up on defense rolls?
Depends on his thing, actually, so hold on one second.
Okay.
He
Guess I'm
has
gonna die.
he has demon powers.
10s usually explode, regardless.
I got to
Maybe
double
it's
check to
something.
make sure I'm not crossing the streams and that you actually do roll defense and it's not removing successes. So
Demons
many
powers-
games.
Demons
Defense?
powers?
Defense, yeah.
If you don't dodge, defense is a dice penalty on whoever you're defending against. If you're dodging, you double defense and you roll it, and then you remove a 1-for-1.
But then that uses an action.
Yeah, it's a use of an action to dodge.
So static number or take your chances on a roll.
Uh,
I already rolled, and it seems alright.
Well, if you already rolled, double it and roll again. Like roll 3
Okay.
more.
is this a firearms attack, by the way?
No, this I'm just dodging.
This is a nail
yeah.
gun.
Oh, the demon?
Nail gun.
Oh.
And no,
Oh.
this is a supernatural weapon.
2 7s and an 8.
Okay.
Oh, it's even worse.
Oof.
So total, that's 2 7s and 8, a 9 and a 10.
So, you throw yourself to the side and railroad spikes, 3 of them, whiff by so close one of them actually cuts you, and you're like, ha! And they hit the ground right behind you. And then they explode like an EMP, and you're like, fuck! Any electronic device you were carrying is ruined. Every electronic device in the building is ruined. Every electronic device on the block is ruined. It includes cars.
Oh.
Anything that wasn't hardened. Also, all the
Oh.
power goes out and the lights die. Coffee shop goes dark. Now you're all aware something's happening. But you didn't, like, the noise you heard was just a whump like when
Like a transformer. blowing or
Transformer
something.
blows, yep. However, it also has a shockwave. And the plate glass window explodes as Chimera flies through it, hits a table.
It's a fucking Tuesday.
Ow, 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 ow.
Jeez,
ow,
are you
ow.
okay?
Do
Chimera.
I look okay?
Andromeda's making.
Chimera, 2 damage.
Ugh.
No. Just kidding, of course. Damage. Is
Health.
that... No, I mean, is it...
Bashing damage? Or
There is
lethal
only-
slashing,
damage?
lethal, aggravated?
You can just check the box in this game.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you're humans. What it is will depend what happens after the scene, how fast I let you recover. If you're asking magically, then getting blown through a plate glass window would be the bashing. But for purposes of how fast you heal, that will depend entirely on how the scene plays out. Okay, Paimon.
She goes through the window. He goes through the window. Sorry, and my first reaction is mage armor. So
Okay.
mind. So I spend a point of mana.
Okay.
And I put on my mind armor, So now my defense goes up to 6.
Approved.
And I crouch, and I check if the person that went through the window is moving or not.
Yes, cursing
Moving
a lot.
and complaining
Yes.
loudly.
And then it's another one of their turns. From the, you guessed the roof, a thing drops, like, right in front of the broken plate glass and looks inside. I say thing because it's, looks human as far as appearance, except the skin is completely smooth, completely flawless, and slightly translucent. It's giving off light, which you can see now that the block's gone dark because it's a cloudy day. And it's radiating some kind of energy that almost feels divine. And the hair is actually shimmering, and you can see circuitry under the skin with like little beams of fiber optic light going through it. And the eyes are blue, but like impossible digital blue, and it smells like ozone. And she says, "Them? Are you sure?" Another male voice that you heard before, Chimera, says, "Yes. They will destroy the timeline if we don't end them." She moves in on you. What do I want to do for that? You can all roll Resolve plus Gnosis as a dice pool, beginning with Chimera. Whatever this thing is, whatever thing this is, you can feel it scanning your minds, pulling information out, whether you want it to or not.
I didn't make any successes, unfortunately.
Okay, it reads your surface thoughts with ease. Andromeda.
All right, so resolve, and this one we just type in there, right? So resolve.
That'd be the
plus
easiest way.
gnosis.
Resolve plus your Gnosis. Yeah.
So it'd be.
Oh, I thought. Oh, then I rolled that wrong. I need to roll.
So
three
it
more
would be.
dice.
So for me, it would be 5d10, correct? If
What's
I
your-
did it like resolve, that's 3 resolve, 2 gnosis,
Yep, that'd be
and it would just be
5d10.
exclamation part. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
There you go.
I added the 3 dice I forgot. Still no successes. So.
Oh no! What about Andromeda?
I got 7, 8, 9, 2, and 1.
Ooh, you resist the mind reading. Angelique.
No successes.
You do not. Paimon.
No successes.
Juve.
That is nothing. No successes.
Her eyes linger on you, Andromeda. She says,
Ah.
interesting. And I don't know how many of you have seen Supernatural. You know how wings work in that show? Where you can see them, but it's just like reflected light and shadow? She looks at you and says, interesting. And they sprout out, complete with that noise when the angels appear in the bright light and rushes you through the plate glass.
Oh, rushes me?
Like in the Avenging Angel, yes. And hits you like a truck, and the two of them go flying head over heels behind the counter.
Do I get to dodge, or was it too fast?
You had to use your reaction to resist mind reading. Juve.
Oh.
So would putting up mage armor be an action?
Yes.
Like an instant action? Okay.
Do we all
It's
get
you
mage
can
armor?
still that you
Sure.
all have a version of it. You go ahead and tell them how that works, Keith, since you're the one about to do it.
So I wasn't about to do it. I was just asking, but I'll go anyway.
Okay.
So if you have 2 dots in a sphere, you gain a mage armor, which costs a point of mana to activate for the scene and gives you an effect based on the sphere. For
Okay,
instance,
so like prime, like if I have prime,
Prime
it
has
has-
its own series of effects. Death
Cool,
has its
gotcha.
own.
I'm gonna give that a search. Thank you.
All right.
So what would you like to do? Because obviously you're being assaulted by supernatural entities. You don't know what yet. But the angel wings, that's a clue.
How many of them can I see?
I'll say you can see the one that's about to act after you. another really big, heavy dude hits the ground and like leaves a little crack where it lands. So 3 of them so far: Nail Gun Hands,
Alright.
Angel Lady, and Big Joe, for lack of a better term.
All right. So I will first spend a point of willpower to put on one of my masks.
Okay.
So if there was a radio somewhere that was playing music, the long-term nimbus of this mask is country music, so the radio immediately switches.
So
to
the
country.
radios are all dead because of the EMP, but
Right.
all 3 of the people, country music starts playing around their heads. Like you can hear it, like they're playing it. They all look confused.
As Juve reflexively pulls out a revolver with specks of dirt on it,
Okay.
like grave dirt, points it at the weird being that is probably going to just check him out of existence.
The one that just hit the ground and cracked the pavement? Okay.
Yeah, and I plan to cast Ghost Gate on him at the cost of some reach, so that he would be in death-attuned twilight for a week if I hit him.
Alright. Let's do it.
Just unexist him. I've got advanced duration and advanced casting time, and then the additional reach. This is a rote that would require death 3, so I'm not getting any paradox from that, from overextending, but there are people here. That's going to be a problem. My revolver would be a path tool. That's also a dedicated tool,
Okay.
since it's buried material.
Right.
So by the end, I would have paradox at a chance die and a die pool of 8.
Does it by chance tell you what it resists with?
I will have to triple check.
If it doesn't, we'll just go with stamina because it's death. Wait, no, it's pushing you to another reality, right?
It's going into twilight.
Yeah, we'll call it resolve if it doesn't tell you. Resolve
Ghost
plus
Gate.
premium.
All of the clothes and personal possessions turn into ephemera as they make the transition. Does not say.
Okay. Go ahead and cast your spell first to make sure it doesn't fail.
Alright.
And while you do that, I'll explain this one since you haven't seen this one yet. This one is about 10 feet tall. He's bigger than Nail Gun Hand Guy. He has... His head has... It looks like one of those old-timey helmets that only reveals your nose and mouth, like, down the side, and then the eye slits. Except it's not a helmet, it's bone. And it has spikes on the end, and he has legit horns, like demon horns, like Hellboy, only not sawed off. All his veins are blue, and they thump. Every vein on his body is pulsing. And whatever that's covering his body looks like bone, but it shines like metal armor. And his left hand is a sword, and his left hand is a shield, and his right hand is a sword. They're not holding them, that's what they are. It's just like a knight shield, like a kite shield, and a sword.
Oh. That is 2 successes.
Okay. This dice pool is not large. One success, you win.
Alright. So, point the revolver, pull the trigger, and the bullet just kind of leaves with a thump.
Mm-hmm.
There's no blood or anything. And they're now in death-attuned twilight.
Now here's the interesting thing, because you can see this with peripheral death sight. It pushes this thing into death, but it just looks around, looks at you, and smiles, and you can tell it's beginning to step out of it as it can cross realms. It's not going to be immediate, though.
That's not good.
Andromeda, because it was its turn next, and you just blew at least one turn. Andromeda.
Hi. Did I not just get laid out flat?
You did,
Or-
you're grappled, but you could still do something about it.
Okay. I got questions. That's just me as a person.
You're apparently about to get beat up by Lady Cass.
Yeah. I mean, hey. No, but going back to this here chart, I think okay, so coming from where I come from with vampire and everything, like this whole like don't break the masquerade thing, there's like this kind of same idea happening here with Mage,
Yeah, but it's too late. They broke it.
They broke it. Okay, cool.
And
So I'm
in your
about to
case,
just-
it's not like you break a rule and get staked. In your case, it's you accrue paradox and your spells break.
okay.
Nobody's going to yell at you from your order. They're just going to be like, look at you. You can't walk today because of your paradox.
Sick. I'm planning on casting Etheric Wind.
Okay.
Do
it.
So now, because, yeah, why not? All right. So, my Gnosis is at 2. This is from the Prime thing. I've got Prime of 3. It's my highest Arcanum. Yeah, it's my ruling Arcanum. Yeah, I don't have any active spells. Spells required Prime Arcanum is 3.
If it's a rote, make sure to set the rank of the rote skill. The dots.
The rote skill. Oh. So like this one comes up with occult. That's 2. Potency. Yeah, get off of me. No touchy. Okay, next. Oh, is it resisted? I'm guessing this is resisted. They're not gonna like being blasted by.
This one is
Divine
not
Wind.
resisted the way the last two were because this one is a different kind of effect.
Okay, so he's
Direct
not
attacks just use defense. This is a direct attack.
Sweet. Okay. All right. So I think that's done on that first page. Next. Potency. So
Potency will remove their defense somewhat, and will if you jump to the advanced chart by using a reach, it penalizes their defense, their ability to resist it, and if you go down the chart, it does more damage, direct damage.
Okay.
Going down the chart, those penalties are how many dice you lose from the pool. When you roll.
Okay. All right. It's not a ritual. Why is ritual casted? Oh,
Because
quick
you
casting
have
time.
you have to reach to cast instantly too.
I'm sorry. Okay. All right. So if I stay on the standard chart,
For
That would
casting
just-
time, it will take 3 hours, so you can't stay on the standard chart for casting time.
okay. All right. So advanced, and then I go quick casting 1 turn.
Yep.
Cool.
And
All right,
then
but
that's
back
one
to
of your 2
back
free
to
reaches.
potency. Should I do that? I know that there was a chart somewhere. I'm like looking around like this for it.
I would go potency because they have a lot of resistance.
So I would want to go to advanced with that and go up to like 4 to take 2 dice away from them. Would that be the thing?
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
Okay.
And then that leaves
Yeah.
you with 1 more free reach before you start worrying about paradox.
Okay, cool. So that's advanced is on 4 duration. I want this to be 1 turn, correct? 1 turn on that duration. Casting time is a quick casting time for 1 turn. Range is self-touched, aimed, basically.
If you
Don't touch
only
me.
want to hit the one you're grappling, don't leave. Yeah, leave that how it is. If you want to hit the whole room, but that would also hit your potential allies, then you need to change that.
Do you guys feel like flying?
It will also hit the civilians.
Oh, well, fine. Fine, I'll just hit the one. Right. And so then number of subjects, 1.
Yep. Since you still have a free reach, I would use it on duration and change it to a scene, so that it keeps hitting them every turn.
Oh, yeah, to 1 scene. Got it.
Yeah.
I see. Under advanced on there. Okay, cool. Not advanced for number of subjects, just the one under standard for scale.
Yep.
All right.
Because you're only hitting the one person.
Next, okay, my yantras. I had a fancy crystal in my hand the moment that he decided he was gonna do something, because I was picking up crystals. What, dude?
So yep, you can plus the +1 for the order tool.
Yeah. So,
then you-
all right. So.
And then you
And then
already
I've got
have,
the rote skill mudra already was there.
which is all you get until you get to Gnosis 3.
Yep. Okay, next. And all right. Am I a nerd to this spell? Is the
No.
mages a nerd? Huh?
No,
No. Okay,
not
cool.
yet.
I have no paradox rolls. Are there sleeper witnesses? Yeah.
Yes.
Small
Small group.
A few? A few?
A few,
Because there's
yeah.
a few and a large group. Okay, cool. A dedicated magic tool was used? No. It was
No,
just a
that's
regular.
not, yeah.
All right. So it looks like I got reach of 3 out of 3, dice pool 5, mana 0, paradox 1 is what it looks like. This will require a paradox roll. It says because of sleeper witnesses. I'm
Yep.
guessing.
So just roll a single d10, and unless you get an 8 or higher, you're good.
All right. And so in summary, my friends, it says after all of that, I get one die with a 9 again quality.
That's just for the paradox, not the spell.
Oh, just for paradox? Okay. How do I know how to use for the spell? Where's it at?
That's on the right side of the same screen.
Oh, 5 dice.
Yep.
And then 1. So is it a total of 6 dice, or is one of my dice a paradox dice?
You
Or
roll
do
the
I
paradox separately. It's 2 rolls.
Oh, okay.
And
so
the paradox
I roll,
goes first.
Paradox goes first. I'm going to throw that here in. Is that bad? Are big numbers bad now?
Yes. What you get?
Okay, so in Mage, big numbers are bad.
Yes.
In Call of Cthulhu, big numbers good.
Correct.
Okay, all right, cool.
Well,
You just did a
no,
flippy
low
floppy
numbers
on me.
good in Call of Cthulhu. Yes.
Low numbers good. Big numbers bad there. Okay. Big numbers good in Masquerade.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So now, is 9 bad?
9 means you got paradox. Yes.
Okay. Great. All right.
But only 1 dice isn't terrible. So what happens now is the abyss.
Okay.
The abyss gets into your imago and slightly corrupts it. So.
My who? My where?
Yep, exactly. You'll understand all of that as you stop being rookie mages, both in game and out of. Because even your
Oh.
characters wouldn't necessarily know a lot about that.
I don't need him to touch my umami like that. Like, what is he doing? All
Ah.
right. So, all right. So I'm gonna roll 5 dice.
Not yet, because you got a
Oh.
paradox. So, you have 2 choices here. You can try to
Okay.
contain it, or you can release it into the environment. Neither are great. Contain is wiser, and wisdom is a thing for mages. Okay.
I will try to contain it. I was under stress. I was in duress. Timey-wimey, it got spellish over here, and like I'm gonna I'm gonna try to contain it because whoopsie doodle, it happened. It do be like that.
Okay.
And how do I do that?
Let's see. It's not a dramatic
Whoopsie
failure.
whoopsie.
So that's okay. What's your wisdom at right now? Should still be 7, right?
I'm smart. What's my wisdom at? What does wisdom come up with?
Upper right hand side, I think.
My wisdom.
Okay.
I'm very smart. I'm at 7. Yeah, we're solid.
So roll wisdom as a dice pool. You should be fine. Only
Okay.
1 paradox.
Just need 1 success.
All right, so it's 7d10. Is
Yep.
that what you're saying? It's okay. This is fine. This is okay. 10s are good now, or
Yes. So what happens
okay.
is you're not going to think it is when you hear what happens, but it still is. So
Okay.
you cast the spell, but when you're envisioning the imago in your head, which is how it looks to you, like a giant, whatever you want it to be. For you, it's probably a constellation of stars forming in a certain pattern. One of them turns jet black and viscous oil leaks out of it and lands on your astral form on your face. And you can feel it burning like acid, and you take 1 point of damage. But you contain the paradox. If you had failed, it would be released into the world, possibly wrecking your spell and making everyone's day miserable.
Okay.
However, you can roll your spell down with no penalties. You just took
Now
some
I
damage.
can roll my. Okay, I guess that's aggravated damage.
No, this is bashing.
Oh, this is bashing. Okay. All right. All right. There we go. Okay. Solid. Okay, now I can roll my dice. Solid. Okay.
Now you'll all notice.
5.
You'll all notice. She just took bashing damage from paradox. Never concentrate if you're going to cast a spell that risks paradox. Never use concentration as the yantra if there's any chance of paradox. Because she would have just dropped the spell before it even started.
Yike. Okay. All right, 5d10. Here we go. Let's go. Wins. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing thumbs up, so I'm thinking that's good.
If you get at least 1 success, you succeeded. If you get 5, awesome things happen.
Okay.
You can
cool.
re-roll.
Yeah, reroll the 10s.
Oh, I can re-roll the 10, so that's
10s
the...
explode on spells, yeah. Also,
So
10s
10
explode
again?
on paradox. Yep, 10 again.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It still works.
Still works. So now you can describe the spell and it does exactly what the rote says.
Okay, cool. So I had this pulled up, but like I need more screens. And I've already got too many. Yeah. All right. I was not ready. Dang it.
That's what I always say
it-
with Acrobat.
Huh?
That is what I always say with Adobe Acrobat.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready, where'd it go?
Yeah, exactly. That's what's happening here. Okay, here we go. Etheric winds. So what this is that there's a howling fury of this like supernal energy, and it is whipping around and just blasts this guy with these screaming, shrieking winds that are just like loud and scary. And in theory, he goes flying away from me and not touching me anymore.
What does it say the damage is? Is there anything in addition to the potency?
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. This is an attack spell inflicting bashing damage equal to potency. +1 reach. The winds of the spell stick around after casting, creating a heavy winds environmental tilt in the immediate vicinity. +1 reach. In lieu of damage, the mage may assign potency to instead destroy the target's mana. 1 level of potency so assigned destroys 1 point of mana. Potency may be freely split between mana destruction and damage.
Mana destruction won't help here, so straight damage. Ooh. I rolled it for you, and you exploded a 10 twice. So, it does fling the angel back, and it actually shreds parts of its form off, but it doesn't bleed. But it removes some of the outer layer of skin, revealing the circuitry more. Like, there's tears in the skin now, but there's no blood.
Creepy. Cool.
And then the last one appears, through the kitchen.
Oh.
The last one. The appearance of this one is you only know it's there because you all have peripheral mage sight. It's blurring right into the background like a Klingon disruptor or a Klingon cloaking device. But you can see thin blade-like shapes that are the edge of the form. And it's like a silhouette darting around. And it seems to be feminine, but it's hard to say. It darts right past Andromeda and goes barreling towards Juve in this particular case. as the physically largest of the four of you. And this thing comes darting at you that just like shadows, and you're like, what the hell's that? Until, the blade goes into your intestines. What's your defense?
My defense is 4.
Demons cheat. I'm very sorry, Key. And it doesn't just like stab you. It's like, but it's so fast the hand is blurring when it does it, like a machine gun. And it doesn't make ripping tears so your guts fall out, but it does hurt like mad hell. And also, when the blade hits you, it phases out of reality for a moment, so there's almost no resistance from your skin. It's ignoring some of your defense. And you take 2 lethal damage.
Okay, this is great. This is great, actually. Okay, I'm going to fake my own death. Right here, right now. I can reflexively cast a spell known as Suppress Life to appear like a corpse right here. It costs a lot, but I can do it.
Go for it. I'm waiting to hear what happens.
So my duration will be advanced. I would like to have this last for at least a day in case they linger here to make sure we're dead. The total reach after the advanced casting... Do I need advanced casting if it's automatically reflexive with the reach? The additional reach?
You're fine then.
No, because it's part of the spell, you're fine.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you do need to put into advanced spellcasting. Because you need to cast a spell or else it's in ritual form.
Oh yeah, she's right.
With the extra reach, it makes it that it doesn't take an action, it's reflexive.
Is it a rope?
Okay, yeah. It is not a rote.
Okay. What dot level is it?
It is level 2 spell.
So you still get 2 free reaches anyways.
Oh,
so that's
boy.
1. The duration would be the other one.
The other one, and then plus 2 additional reach for making it reflexive, and a point of mana.
So you'll get. So you'll have 2 paradox then because there's witnesses.
2 from reach, and then 1 from there being a witness, just in general. 1 from needing to do a paradox roll earlier in the scene.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're stacking it up.
Ah, jeez. I don't plan to do anything after this, so it's gonna be fine.
Right, because you'll be dead.
I appear dead. I might be able to get back up. It doesn't say I am dead. But like rigor mortis would set in. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Spending a point of willpower. 7 dice. Here we go.
Roll the paradox first.
Paradox first, yep. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay. Yeah,
How
that's
many
1 success.
That's not terrible. Roll your wisdom. If you want to contain it, you could release it too.
I'm containing it.
Okay.
That is 2 successes.
1 bashing. You can describe how paradox looks to you when the abyss affects your imagos. The abyss is always Cthulhu.
Because my current Nimbus, thanks to the mask, has like insects and dead plants as its immediate Nimbus, I'm thinking the bugs that start to manifest look freaking weird.
And attack you? I'm for it.
Like start nibbling out of me. And
Not this
the actual
again.
spell. Alright, that is 2 successes. As I get stabbed and then appear to die.
So, lacerations appear on your face, but no one's looking at your face because you're getting stabbed in the guts. And she rapid fire stabs you, and Juve throws up blood everywhere. Some of it splatters on Angelique because you were close to each other. And then he just falls over and blood starts pouring out of orifices. And the female thing is like, "Oh, that one was easy," and turns her attention to Angelique.
Oh shit.
Chimera. You're inside the coffee shop now. There's howling, shrieking wind blowing everywhere. A demon just killed that dude, and there's more demons everywhere. You don't know what else to call them. Cyborg demons? That's weird. It's your turn.
Wait,
Ever is not
my
used
turn?
to their name yet. Yes,
Is that
Chimera.
what you're saying? I'm not. I'm like, wait, everyone's quiet except for, wait. Oh, it must be my turn. Jeez.
It was 5-on-4. Now it's 4-on-4.
Oh, cool. I just watched someone die.
Badly.
Great.
Messily.
These don't count as spirits, do they?
Nope.
Damn. I could summon spirits in the middle of the coffee shop. I suppose. Do it. I mean, because everyone needs a decent
It's a
supply of
Tuesday.
paradox. It's Monday mayhem, Tuesday. I don't even know.
Terror.
Tuesday terror. Oh god. I'm looking here to see, what I think I could possibly do. I mean, my praxis is one of them is summon demons / entities. I could combine that with my rote for spirit summons.
Cannot do a praxis and a road at the same time. Must be one or the other.
Oh, okay, so what would mechanically be the difference?
Praxis needs less successes to be a critical. Rotes gets more dice to roll.
So what I'm hearing is there's not really a difference. Statistically speaking.
Well, crit is way better than just succeeding. Just succeeding makes the spell work the way you want it. Critically succeeding gets free reach.
I want to go for
Also,
the one
rogues,
that...
you get more reach out of rogues.
Yeah. Praxis is more flexible too, whereas a rote does what the rote says, nothing else. You can't say, let's get creative with a rote.
Okay, so I will really quick browse what exactly my rote says. If I get +1 reach, it could also allow me to command the spirit with one word.
Yeah, because just summoning it doesn't guarantee it helps you, correct?
So I'm going to attempt the rote.
Okay. So, on the spell card... Whoops.
Gnosis is 2.
Yep.
Highest Arcanum using the spell is Spirit.
Yep.
Spirit Arcanum is 3. Yes? Did
Yep. You are
Okay.
correct so far.
Spirit
high-
the Mage's highest Arcanum, yes.
It is ruling.
Yes. Active spell 0. Spells
Required
requ-
is however many dots the rote is.
It is also 3.
So set that to 3. The rote should tell you the primary factor also. Probably.
Duration.
Yeah. And then
Is the spell a rote? Yes. Rote skill.
what does it say the rote skills are under the rote? Should be 3 of the choices.
Oh. Okay, I got this. I know this. This is
I think we did a cult for you. Which is best.
It's either persuasion, socialize, or occult, and
Whichever is the best is the one you want.
they're pretty much the same for me.
So set the rote skill
Persuasion
slider
is-
to whatever the dot level is.
All of them are 2. So yay.
And then do you want to spend willpower or not?
Yeah.
Okay, check that. Spell is
Resisted yay or nay?
depends. Give me some fluff. What are you trying to summon? Keeping in mind that you typically only summon what's locally available if you want it to be easy. If you're like, hey, nearest thing, come help me punch this monster, it's different than I specifically want a demon that can breathe fire. Or something.
So, in this universe, do spirits of place exist? Like the energy of a place
Yep.
that would. Okay, then that.
So not resisted
because, Okay, because in my mind, this coffee shop would also. Oh my God, am I gonna summon Marge?
You are going to summon Marge, and Marge is angry because her window is broken. So yes, the spell is not resisted. So you
Was
get
she mad
next.
at me?
Best day ever.
Do you get mad at the baseball or the person who throws the baseball?
Yes.
So hit next.
Okay.
For duration, click advanced so it changes the chart, and then just click 1C.
Okay. Marge is
casting
really
time,
a
do the
giant
same
donut.
thing. Change casting to advanced and click quick casting.
Okay.
Potency, I wouldn't worry about because it's not resisted.
Okay.
Ranged, you're okay because you're summoning the spiritual energy of the building you're in. You don't need to change that. Scale, you do need to change. You need to change that to advanced so you can do a large building because that's what you're trying to summon, is the energy of a large building.
Wait, range you said was
Doesn't need
standard?
to change. Yeah.
Okay. Large building.
That's under scale, under advanced. And then is there any extra effects from the rope you want to do that says for +1 reach?
Extra effects.
Like a lot of rotes will say, for
Oh,
+1 reach, you can make it throw fireballs.
So at +2 reach, the mage may give the spirit a complex command to follow. The command must be a single task, but the mage can describe the task within a sentence or 2.
If you want to do that, change extra reach to 2. Just type in the number 2.
Okay.
And hit next. You get to add 1 yantra.
Oh boy.
And in this case, just click location. A place and
Okay.
time symbolically linked to the spell. You're summoning the spirit of the thing you're standing inside.
So right now it has auto added rote skill mudra.
Yeah, you have to leave that, and then you can add 1 more.
Okay. So yeah, location.
And then hit next.
This spell will require a paradox roll.
And then click, are there sleeper witnesses? Yes. How many? A few.
God. Okay.
And hit next 1 more time.
It does ask if a dedicated magical tool was used.
Nope. You did not.
Damn.
Because you had different yantras this time.
All right.
So now roll 3 dice for the paradox, and if it's a 9, it explodes, not just a 10.
Do I do that by hitting next or rolling physical
You
dice?
have to do it yourself. This doesn't actually roll dice. This just gives you numbers.
3, 2, and 2.
So you're safe there. No paradox.
Those
FYI,
are
critical
failed
failing
rolls.
on paradox is bad, just like succeeding. You just want to regular fail. So now you can actually roll the spell with 10 dice because you spent willpower.
Oh. Okay, so I can actually... Wait, why did I need the tool then?
The tool tells you how many dice to roll.
Oh, well, how do you know it was 10?
Oh, because I'm filling it out at the same time you guys do.
Oh,
Did every time.
I'm smart. All that complication just to figure out how many dice I roll. Okay, and the difficulty was...
Always 8.
Yeah, about that. No successes.
None at all. Okay. Well, you try real hard, but you're not getting any luck yet. It's all the cholesterol. Marge is tired.
Marge hasn't had her coffee yet. But now I know how many dice to roll next time, right?
If you do this the exact same way, if you don't spend willpower, it'd be 7 dice.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably spend willpower next time as well.
So, the end of the round, everything in Chronicles of Darkness affects mortals when you do stuff in front of them, not just you. So 4 demons showing themselves as demons has the same effect as 3 mages casting spells. Chaos erupts inside the large marches. Some of the people run out, by which I mean, like jump right through the plate glass, grabbing on the shards of glass to climb out, not caring they're getting slashed. Some of them trample each other and kick through the back door. Some of them fall down and start worshipping the demons like they're divine. 2 of them actually stand up and applaud Andromeda for the awesome magic trick with the wind. How the hell did you do that? That was amazing. They think they're in a movie scene.
Well.
And 2 of them just sit there. One's sobbing and one's just like not moving. And their eyes are bigger than their face. So yeah, that's happening. But then, even you pretending to be dead guy, you all sense this. Bullet time. Even though you're not in bullet time, you can sense that this would be like a bullet time. Everything slows down around you, and all of your senses that I described at the beginning of the scenario, when you sense supernatural things reflexively, kick in at 20 times the potency you've experienced since this started. And like even the sound in the area gets muted. A car pulls up. It's a single car. It's a white car. And it's an Audi. A lady steps out of the Audi. A lady in the most expensive high-end business suit you've ever seen. That's what the lady's wearing. She looks towards the building. She's got designer sunglasses on. She pulls them off, and there's no eyes. It's just nothing there, just sockets. And on the inside is this swirling pattern of light. She doesn't look at you. She looks at all of you, but like dismisses you. She looks at the demons. And the guy on the outside with the nail hand turns, looks at her, and just runs away. And the other 3 on the air that are still in the building just immediately start swearing. Angelique!
Okay, so do I know that these are beings out of time?
No. But you know they're not natural.
Alright.
And you know that the one that just arrived is way worse than any of the others. Your immediate reaction to that one is to fall to your knees and beg for forgiveness for every sin you've ever committed. Mercy.
tempting, but no.
I'm
Uh,
shocked.
alright. Yeah. Okay. Huh. I'm going to try to do the same thing that I did to Juve, but I want to do it a lot stronger and just Murphy's Law these demons.
Okay. What dice did you roll last time?
I rolled 6 dice.
How much paradox did it make you roll?
1.
If you want to make it much stronger, for every additional potency rank you add, lose 2 dice from the 6. If you add willpower and increase the potency by a factor of 2, you'd only lose 1 dice.
I'll
So
do
you'd
that.
roll 5 dice and you'd still do the same paradox, but the potency would now be 4.
I will do that.
Okay, so roll the chance die first for the paradox. Or whatever it was you rolled before.
I rolled a 1.
Crit fail on paradox. Okay.
That's good, right?
So on a paradox roll, if you every roll that you succeed on cancels out 1 point of paradox each. Each paradox canceled gives you the bashing damage. If the paradox succeeds anyways, there's a paradox condition. If you crit fail, it's worse. So no,
Oh,
crit
shit.
failing on paradox is bad.
Oh no.
So for your enlightened rating, though, it's only going to last for the story or in-game month. You know, just the story or an in-game month. Before it resolves on its own. You can allow it to lapse earlier, but then it becomes part of you, and you become abyssal tainted, and you start falling.
That
Not
doesn't
immediately,
sound
but slowly. It's not the same as intentionally corrupting your own magic, but it's the start. You can also have it scoured off of your pattern. Andromeda can do that, giving you lethal damage.
good. Okay.
So, there are 3 conditions. Abyssal Nimbus, Abyssal Imago, or Abyssal Backlash. The Nimbus corrupts your Nimbus with the disfigurement of Abyssal Changes, which we'll make up between sessions by next week. It also shows as corruption to people who read your aura, which you wouldn't know about yet as a rookie mage, but it's bad. Makes people wonder if you're a bad guy mage. Abyssal Imago warps your ability to envision your spells when you cast them, so every time you cast a spell, you have to spend an extra reach to get around it until you lose the condition. Abyssal Backlash means abyssal entities notice you and come check you out because they're curious, want to hang out, be friends.
Oh, those all sound bad.
Normally the GM picks. I'm gonna let you guys pick the first few times.
I'll take Backlash.
Okay. So, the next time you fully contain a paradox, or if you let Andromeda scour you for it, or you let it lapse after the month is up, any of those 3, you'll gain an arcane beat.
Yay.
And now you can roll for your spell.
Okay. Ooh, 3 successes.
Ooh, too bad it wasn't a praxis. It would have been critical. Okay. Your spell succeeds, and now they have a -4 penalty to all their actions. The one running away immediately trips and falls. And that's the guy whose turn it was. The lady with no eyes looks in the... So people are running out between her and Nail Guy, who's on the ground now. She looks at them. She looks at all of you, and she says, "None of you are why I'm here." Looks at them and says, "You should not be here." Looks at you and all of the civilians and says, "Move." and waves her hand, and everyone goes flying back into the large marges, and you all go flying into the nearest wall. And you all take a lethal damage from hitting it. It kills a few of the civilians. And she just walks casually up to Nail Guy, who's trying to scramble to his feet. Paimon!
All right, so spell time. So I already went through the motions, but I'm going to backtrack and tell you. So Gnosis 3, highest Arcanum mine, Mage Arcanum 3. It's my highest. It's my ruling. It is a rote. The spell's requirement is 2. The factor is potency. Rote skill is at 3. I am pumping a willpower into it. Next. So potency is at 6. Range is put to sensory. Casting time is put to quick cast. Scale is advanced, and duration is advanced.
Okay.
I've pumped 2 extra reach into it for a total of 6 reach. Yantras, rote skill Mudra +3, dedicated tool. Take some of the paradox out. I've spent an additional 3 mana. And it gives me a chance die with 9 again for the paradox roll.
Okay.
So I shall be doing that now. So boom, and it's a 1, and it's a go. All right, so no paradox. And for the spell itself, 7 dices. So that is a 7. Please. No successes. I hate this game.
Wow, at least you didn't get paradox for all that work.
Yeah.
Excuse
So
me.
yeah. Just
So-
see me talking in high speech and nothing happens.
It happened. So 8, 9, and 10 are the only things that make it successful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dang. Okay. Thank you. I was curious. Okay.
That's for everything in this game system. 8's always your target number. One of the other demons. This is Ivy, so this is the one that's wrapped up with Andromeda. It's pushed back now by the wind. Looks you dead in the eye, Andromeda, and says, "Whatever you do, when they all tell you yes, you tell them no. The future depends on it." And then grabs something that she was carrying, something in her hand that's small enough that you can't see what it is. She manipulates it, and that energy ball appears, and then she's gone, and there's nothing there. Juve, you keep dying. Big Tom also activates his device and disappears, making it Andromeda's turn.
So it's just us and the lady with the glowy eyes sockets?
Nope, Lindsay's still here too, and Nail Guy, who's trying to run away. There's 2 demons left.
Who's Lindsay?
One of the other demons.
Okay.
They have names.
Okay. And the one that was tackling me just
She's the one who said when they, pointing to
When-
the other mages in the room with you, try to get you to say yes because you're the only one that won't. Tell them no, the future depends on it.
Okay. Sorry, that was like the most massive brain fart. Are any of them? Oh, so there's like nail gun guy, and then there's like the what is? Can you describe Lindsay?
Lindsay's the one that's just the moving shadow that stabbed Juve to death.
Oh, okay, that's the one that stabbed you.
Yeah.
Okay. I might try something silly.
Who's also not in any way caring about you anymore. She's also about to blink out.
She's about to leave too. I would like to use lodestone.
Okay.
I would like to attract both that knife that the one had And I'm guessing also all of the other knives that are in this restaurant to me. Or could
Okay.
it just be the one?
Uh,
I don't know. Like I'm like I'm trying. I want to see what kind. Like if this was some sort of magic knife that stabbed Juve.
so to make it simple, we won't make you go through the whole casting thing again. Go ahead and
Yeah.
roll 1 dice for paradox, and then roll 6 dice for the spell.
1 for paradox, 6 for the spell.
This
Okay.
won't pull. This will not pull every knife in the building, but it will be close
It'll-
enough to get that
To
one.
grab that one for sure.
And Juve's gun.
Oh, and the gun.
It's metal.
So, that is true. Just blink it. So that was the paradox roll.
It only matters if it's an 8, 9, or 10.
Yeah, I'm learning that. I have 2 9s.
Then you succeed. You do, in fact, get her knife. 3 more knives that lady had on her. Juve's gun, Juve's badge, and anything metal that Angelique happened to have on her person.
What did you have, Angelique?
Heavy metal,
You're
not like
muted.
cell phones.
What about my piercings and all
Nope.
of the buckles?
You're not
and...
close enough.
Okay.
Melly, you probably get her car keys.
Car keys, yes, and Juve's car keys. House
I
keys,
don't
whatever
think
he's
she
got.
would have had
I think
anything
Juve would also
valuable on
have.
her.
I have marked as a tool a lead pipe,
Yeah, you get that too.
so a lead pipe flies out of my jacket.
Okay.
Wait,
I
you
just-
have
A lead
It's
pipe.
technically a path tool. Yeah, lead is a metal.
And
So
because of
Colonel
where
Mustard.
and because of where you had landed Andromeda, you also get 4 skillets, 2 pots, a pan, a couple knobs off a stove because it's one of those really old stoves.
Wait. You said this was just enough.
It's a.
to get
I gave you a
basics.
10-foot radius because she was about 10 feet from you,
Okay. So
and a whole
Ah.
bunch of silverware.
so all of that just magnetos its way towards me.
It doesn't like hit you though; it just like floats around
just,
you.
like-
Yeah.
Like pink elephants kind of bounces and tinkles its way towards me.
And then just when you
Um,
think it's done, you also get a
no.
napkin holder.
I was worried I was gonna get anything else. So Andromeda like grabs the knife, and as the gun comes skittering towards her, grabs that just because that he doesn't need it right now apparently. He's dying and / dead. And that's like the big move. Do we get bonus actions in this game?
Not really. You get reactions sometimes, but not bonus actions. That's basically your turn is to do that.
Dang. Okay.
Still
Fine.
worth it.
Still worth it. I have a gun and that
Someone else's gun.
someone else's gun. I have what I'm thinking is about to be a pretty magical knife. Hopefully, maybe. And that was my turn. Thank you. I now have metal things.
Lindsay blinks out. Chimera.
Yes.
It's your turn if you want to take an action or just sit and watch. Nothing's
If-
attacking you anymore.
They're all leaving, right?
The demons are, yeah, except for the 2 that the big scary lady and the nail guy. Neither of them are paying attention to you.
Would it be unwise to help the big scary lady out?
Roll your wisdom as a dice pool. 7 dice.
So... Two successes.
Yes.
Oh. Chimera will just look. Ow. Fuck it.
Your immediate reaction is, don't let it notice me any more than it already has.
Yeah. Yeah. Just gonna drop my attempt at doing a spell and sit there wincing, cussing. And if, like, a donut has been
There are donuts
left
everywhere.
I'm gonna grab one and eat it. I'm hungry.
It's blueberry filled, which is a speciality of large marches. It's delicious.
Does that exist in real life? I need one of those.
Yeah, you can get them here.
But they're not gluten-free. Oh well.
I'm sure
I'll
we could
cheat.
come up with a version that is, but we'll see.
It's worth the sciatica pain. I'll eat it anyway.
Scary Lady gets up to the last one. He tries to blink out, but she crushes his hand and whatever was inside of it with his hand. Just, like, effortlessly. His hand that was a nail gun. Just like splinters, like ice. She says, "You're coming home, brother. We've missed you." Looks towards large Marges and says, "I'm sorry. No witnesses." Grabs him by the throat, and in a divine beam of light, they disappear into the sky, and then large Marges explodes. And that's where we pause until next week.
With us inside of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the
Can he tell you this was a one-shot?
Okay, well, there we have it. Thanks for playing, guys. I didn't know Onyx PathCon started early.
If you want to see what happens to our exploded mages, you'll have to come check it out next week. But until then... Until then, I just realized I forgot something from the beginning, but we'll figure that out next week too. Until then, the mages have given in to their pride and exceeded their reach, and thus must end the tale for the week before the paradox consumes them all and the fireball. We'll return next week to drag the secrets of the Supernal into the light, and they can take their power for their own. We thank you for daring to follow us into the dark as they chase their obsessions, and hope you'll join us again next week. If you'd be so kind, and you haven't already, as to click follow on Twitch, as well as subscribing on YouTube. The mages would be in your debt. Special thanks tonight to our patrons and Twitch subscribers who help make our quality better, our cosplay sharper, and feed all of the pets. There are many, including pigeons. Many thanks also to Astral Tabletop, which we use for our virtual gaming space, to Atnate Mid for the custom character sheets, and to Ghost Stories Incorporated Miu and Darren Curtis music for the awesome tunes you hear in this tale. Don't forget, this weekend is Onyx PathCon, so if you like games like this, show up. We'll be playing them all weekend, the 11th through the 13th, every single day. Awakened Seekers, please tell the viewers who you are and in what supernal realms they can find you between now and next week. And maybe a cool thing you're doing at Onyx PathCon.
Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. You will next see me over at Plastic Age Plays tomorrow. I'm playing a Drow Paladin. I'm gonna punch Corel and Larethian in the teeth. It's gonna be great. At Onyx PathCon, I will be showing up for Contagion Chronicle in 2 out of the 3 Mage games. And then, to cap it all off, on Sunday, you can see me running Starlight and Smoke, a V20 Sabbat game where our new shovelheads have been given a task by which they will earn their creation rights.
Oh my goodness, this episode. I don't even know what's going on. My mage doesn't even know what's going on. Pretty sure multiple past lives and future lives don't even know what's going on. But anyway, you can find me all over the internet as Changeling Ever because I am Ever and I have been playing Jack, aka Chimera, this after evening. You can find me playing in a little less than an hour because I'm a masochist. In the Onyx Path Kickstarter Exalted Essence. It'll be worth it. Oh god, I've got so much makeup to do. Okay. Oh, and Onyx PathCon? I'm doing like almost all the things, but mostly Mage and Squeaks in the Deep and something else that's skipping my brain at the moment, but it's gonna be awesome.
Ooh-wee! I'm Kisama. I've been our Detective Juve. You can find me on Twitter at TrueKisama. And you can find me in too many games in Onyx Path Con. I've lost track. All I know is that I will be at some point a rat, a cat, a sniper, it's going to be fun. There's going to be a lot of things that are happening. I don't know them. You can also find me on Thursday in Alien. Nice. Acid and Nice.
Hi, I'm Mare. I've been here. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Oh Hello Mare. The next time you will find me here, we'll actually be kicking off all the things with Onyx PathCon. So we'll be doing our Contagion Chronicle, where I'm playing a Promethean. Then I have been conned into a couple of different new Mage games. I get to play Mage Ascension for the first time. Woo! With Technocracy Reloaded, Victorian Age, and then now I'm going to do They Came from Camp Murder Lake. So I'm really looking forward to getting into some tropes. Woohoo! All new to me.
Hey guys, Alan/Hexenkers. You can find me on Twitter at DL_L. Today I've been playing Paimon, who couldn't cast his mind spell properly. So you can find me next for Onyx PathCon on Saturday on Technocracy Reloaded and Scion.
Excellent. And I am Eldritch Echoes. You can catch me first at Camp Murder Lake and then doing everything. I'll be there for many things. Come watch them all. Play, instead of finding Waldo, you're finding Vorpal Tales. It'll be fun. And now, for our Ride or Die viewers, it's vote time. Viewers can vote for any one player each session. Your vote counts as 3 bonus die to any roll. Players, your votes are worth 1 arcane and 1 standard feat each. Begin.
I'm gonna vote for T, by way of apologizing for hexing you, but also faking your death was pretty cool.
See, the hexing wasn't a problem, the coffee. Do you know how long it's going to take for me to get that out? Probably like 12 seconds, but that's not the point.
Oh, goodness. Everyone was so good. Especially, like, this first session. Well, oh no, we had a previous session. Never mind me. Anyway, I'm gonna have to give it to Miss Crystal Chaos / Magneto. You're a walking disaster. And I love it. Also, I'm shipping you and the demon, so.
I think so is chat. Chat is down bad.
Chat, yeah.
Chat is really down bad for Andromeda and the demon.
I have something to say about that when the votes are done. So stick around for that, LSI. Or spank my Betty.
My vote has got to go to Paimon for both stealing a credit card and then genuinely helping someone. That was neat. Nice.
Mine has to go to Angelique. Just that everything going in with that luck roll all at the beginning, just be like, okay, and for just kind of be the first one to cast a spell in this game, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have to give my vote to Ever for flying through a window.
Oh, thank you. I barely did anything. It was just...
Still, great entrance.
Thank you.
Excellent to being excellent to each other. With that, we must leave the audience now to release our paradox until next week. But stay tuned for Exalted Essence beginning in less than an hour. However, keep this thought in mind if you want to ship Andromeda and I forget which demon it was that you got tackled by.
It was not Lindsay.
It was,
and it was not...
Andromeda and Ivy. What if we were creating a massively meta-connected series of chronicles, and what if these demons are player character demons from a future game, possibly played by Meredith, that have already seen what you mages are going to do? Did you just ship Meredith with herself?
What?
Good night!